What's up with you? What's up with you? What's up with you? Back at it, man. Bruh, be careful what you wish for, brother. Be careful what you wish for. We got a brother right here. You talk about relationships, and all these guys come up here whining about this, whining about that, and they finally get a wife, and I've seen this guy's family, man. Healthy kids too, healthy kids. Three girls, two boys. 31, making money. Was both of them was making money. Him and his wife working the same job. Both of them making money. What's up with your big red rig? Beautiful, wonderful life. You couldn't. Well, it could have been better, but I'm just saying it had its faults. And the first sign of trouble, man. First sign of trouble, and I mean real trouble. I'm not talking about a little bit. Real trouble. This man deletes his whole family and then himself. And you wonder about the struggle, right? You wonder about the struggle. Like, how hard are you gonna try? Uh, is it all worth it? And then you look around, brother, and you see it actually. You don't realize how blessed you are. You're a very blessed person, man. This man right here, this is what I'm talking about, man. You guys play around with these relationships, man. You got to get serious about this stuff. This stuff is real. This stuff's nothing to play with. When you decide to become the father figure, you got to be a leader, man. You can't be out here clowning around. Now, this guy, he got jammed. He got jammed up in some stuff, probably some stuff he shouldn't have been doing. But even then, man, I see dudes go to jail all the time out here. Bro, I see dudes get lifted up. I don't see them niggas for like 8 years. The only thing be them niggas be they had them same clothes. Whatever was the fashion when they got locked up, they come out, you see them walking around. If it was FUBU, they FUBU'd out when they get out of jail. If it was the 70s, they got on they bootleg jeans. I'm just saying, man. You got to be stronger than that, man. You can't be weak like that. You can't let the system crack you like that. And that's what I'm saying. You got to have both. Can't be like this. This dude was a corporate dude. This dude was in the system, and the dude was blessed. God gave, I'll show you the picture. You can't really show stuff like this on YouTube. I can show you the actual picture. Man has a healthy, beautiful family. The type of family you want to take home to your grandma, man. And things went left with him, unfortunately. And he canceled his whole family, man. And when you break it down, it really was over some money, man. He should have said, hey, man, we can't live this way. No, we've been living good. But because I done some dumb shit, we ain't gonna be able to live the same way. We can stay together though. And then that's up to his wife, man. That's up to his wife. I think both of them was in it. I think both of them was in on it. They was doing something with child care, like forge some names. But that ain't even what I'm talking about. Look, I'm just saying, man, it's not even about that. I mean, they did what they did. If they did it, you got to. Let me tell you guys. See, let me tell you something, guys, about especially as a black man, the black experience. Let me tell you something. And living the black experience, you got to understand, man. There's ups and downs with this. And one thing you got to be able to do, you got to be able to handle both. You just can't handle the good times. Now, self-inflicted, I agree. But you can't just be around for the good times. You can't say, I'm only going to be around when the going is good. You got to be around all the time. The good and the bad. It's just the way it is, man, the good and the bad. You can't just be around. And that's what we live in a society now where we only want to be around for the good times. We only want to be with each other as long as it's good. When things go bad, we done got away from that. We don't do that anymore. And this is what he did, man. I'm telling you, all you guys out there, you got no kids, you ain't been in no relationship. Think twice before you do it because you better be ready for it, man. It comes with its own stresses, man. And you need to be ready. It's not don't look at no movie. Don't listen to these people on YouTube. It's harder than you think, man. It's harder than you think. And yeah, you got to take care of your family, man. And one way you take care of your family is doing right. You got to do right. You can't get out here and be doing wrong, man. And then you get caught and then you want to whine and complain. No, they don't work that way. It don't work that way. You got to think about it before you do it, man. Too many of us, we keep doing this, man. We keep making these mistakes. You know, um, bad behavior in the face of oppression and racism, right? Nobody's taking that out of the mix, but bad behavior, bad behavior in the face of that stuff. You can't do that, man. This man, he just got caught, man. And if somebody could have got to him and talked to him and say, hey, man, just do your goddamn time. Life will go on, brother. I know it seemed like it won't. I know it seemed like it won't, but hey, man, don't do that. Don't do that, man. You know what you got is worth more than money, man. You talking about some money. Money, 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 shmoney. You okay? But no, don't do that, bro. Don't lay your whole family down, brother, because you got jammed. Let me read you the story because it's messing with me, man. It's messed with this dude right here, man. I'm looking at Twitter, man, and this man went out here, man, and got mad that he lost his job. Says right here, man deleted his wife and 5 young kids after he faxed a note to a TV station saying they both of them had been fired from their hospital jobs. So he planned to delete them as an escape for the whole family. Why leave the kids in someone else's hands? Isn't that now when you break it down, this is about money though. See, this is when it gets all we get all this stuff, what the man believes, this philosophy. This is about some money. That's what this is about. You done lost some money. This is about money. Money. I lost my job. That's money. You can find another job. I'm about to go do some time. Money. You get out. People get out. Look at what you're doing too, man. This man went out there and said police received a call from a man who stated, I just returned home and his whole family had been deleted. He did it. Then they said, what he planned deleting the whole family upstairs. No, I'm gonna go to the other thing. Said today's our worst fears will realize this is not the solution. Yeah. He said he took 3 of his kids out of school about a week and a half ago, saying the family was moving. Ain't that something, man? Let me get to the part where they said they were both had been fired. And she suggested, he said him and his wife got fired from the same job. We're gonna get to why. And she suggested, wow. So they were under investigation for misrepresenting their employment to an outside agency in order to obtain child care. The couple complained to the Human Resources Department, eventually were offered an apology, but 2 days later, they both were fired. They did nothing to the manager who stated such and did not attempt to assist them in the matter, knowing that we have no job, 5 kids, and no place to go. Yeah, and I don't know. See, that's what we're gonna get to. Now we're gonna get to this right here, right there, right there, right there. He said they got fired and they have no hope. and lived in a 2-story home. Uh, Photographs of daughter at karate class, so they went to karate classes. Said, okay. Said he had about $6,000 coming to him. He hadn't got it yet. So yeah, yeah. So that's from a they had a fender bender. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. This dude, him and his wife got caught committing. They was getting free child care. By they got 5 kids, so they had a 2-year-old and a 8-month-old, so and a 5-year-old. So there's three of them. Three of them was still in child care, so they lied and said they wasn't working. So they went down there, filled the paper out, lied, forged names, lied. They got caught lying. It got back that they had did it, so the hospital found out about it. It was probably through the hospital, so the hospital called them in, uh, gave them the thing, and then fired them 2 days later. They overreacted to this, man. That's called life, man. You're gonna get fired from time to I've been fired a couple of times, right? That's called life, man. It's inconveniencing. It's up. It makes you get upset, but it's called life, man. This is the life we live. And this man right here had 5 healthy kids. He didn't know he was rich. He didn't know he was rich. He didn't see his riches. He's talking about some money. He's running around talking about some money. Hey, man, you could have been fine, man. Even if you and your old lady would have got on county, if you ought to been on the stamps, yeah, hey, it's better than what you talking about, man. You talking like a fool. This man, it's about being weak too, man. The very minute little Precious showed up, he folded. He folded. He ain't even doing no time. Man, nobody even talking about putting you down. You ain't got to do no time or nothing. You fold, you fired. That's it. That's it. You can't do nothing else, man. You could do something else, man. But this is when you don't have it together, man. When you living off the hip like that and you ain't got yourself together. He said, this is a black man. Yeah, it's black men doing stuff. Black people doing this stuff, man. Said his old family. Can you imagine? And this is the thing, the kids ain't working. I want you to remember that. Remember that. Remember, they ain't working. They ain't a part of your plan. They ain't got nothing to do with your hustling and your stealing. Why you gonna punish them for that? Why you gonna punish your kids for what you doing? You out here clowning, acting a fool, you get caught, and then you lay the whole family down. Turns out the wife was in on it. You see what I'm saying? This and you guys out here about to run. You guys about to swim across the ocean for a family. You guys out here about to break your neck trying to get some kids, trying to lay up under these chicks. Brother, a lot come with that. I hope you're ready for it. I hope you're ready for it. I heard you said that was the wife's idea. What kind of shit? A lot come with it, man. Are you willing to live up to it, man? A lot come with this stuff, man. Man deletes entire family over some money. You got to be stronger than that, man. And let me say this, I know it ain't what you want to do, right? It ain't what you want to do, but no, you can't do nothing to the little ones, man. You got to let them live. If you're a fool and you don't know no better and you're a hustler and you get jammed, see, all that should have been done beforehand, though. There's got to be a relative in your family, man. There's an aunt. There's somebody in your family, man, that in case of emergency, they can take them kids, man. And you know how you make sure they can take them? You show up with some bread. You show up with a couple of thou. Let them hold about 10 people. Give them about 10,000 and say, you know how I live. I just want you to know if something happened to me or something, make sure my kid's straight for a minute till I can get back to you. Here go 10,000. Just keep that. More to come. You got to do that, man. You got to do that. You can't do what they do. You can't live like that. You can't live paycheck to paycheck and then you out there hustling and then you get basically what they got caught doing was selling food stamps. The equivalent, except it was a child care through the hospital. And because their income was so high, they had to pay. They didn't want to pay the child care. And you see what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. It's the small things. You guys think this, it's always the little things, man. You guys keep thinking it's big things. Don't have to be no big thing. And when you have kids, man, your life got to change, man. Your life got to change, man. Your life got to change. You got to be a law-abiding citizen, man. Especially if you can't take the backlash. If you know you can't take the back end, you gotta be a law-abiding citizen, man. You gotta go to church, man. You gotta pick a faith, man. You gotta get out the streets, man. We keep talking about the streets over here. See, you guys keep hearing the good side of it. You guys keep listening to these rappers and these rappers ain't getting no money from the streets. They're getting their money from the rap records. You let these rappers gas your head up that the street life is the way to go. That's the worst way to go, man. That's the worst way to go. And see, when you ain't even ready for it, you're not built and you trying to do that. This man wasn't built for no time. This man wasn't built from doing, he wasn't going to do no time. This man ain't built like that. He's not strong enough to do no time. He shouldn't have been touching on stuff like that. Hey, man, you're a father, man. You a family man. Be a family man. God, that's just the way it is. You ain't no gangster. You get up out of that illegal stuff. That you ain't ready for that. You can't even take a firing, man. You so weak, you can't even get fired without losing your shit. You done snapped because you done got fired. You got dudes out here right now staying at 15 years. Nothing less. They turning themselves in and they doing a 15. They ain't trying to off themselves. You got to be that way, man. You got to be strong out here. You can't be weak, man. And then you guys out here talking about you want to be in a relationship. You talking about you want a wife. I hope you're ready for it, bro. Because now all your fuck ups is on somebody else now. It ain't just you now. You can walk around, you could eat some fries and a can of black beans and a bag of Fritos. Now you got a family, man. You can't feed them that. You have to maintain food in the refrigerator. You got to pay for them karate lessons. You got to get their teeth fixed. You got to get that old car running. You don't have no time for none of the foolishness. The YouTube days you can listen, you're going to be able to participate. You got too much stuff on your plate. This should have been taken care of a long time ago, man. This man should have had things in order in case they got clamped down. What we going to do next? He should have told his wife too, man. I'd have divorced her. I'd be like, I don't know about that now. You want to do what? No, we ain't doing that one. No, we ain't doing that one. We ain't gonna do that right there, man. And as a man, this is the truth, man. When you live your life, you're gonna have, hopefully it doesn't happen to you. Let me say that. Hopefully this doesn't happen to you. But this stuff happens, man, and how you gonna deal with it? Sometimes she miscarries. How you gonna deal with that? So, man, you can have a child at 2. He had an 8-month-old. Your kid can die, man, at 1. How you going to deal with it? Are you going to snap? Are you going to lose your mind? Are you going to jump up and down? You can't do that, man. You can't do it. Don't work that way. Too many people wait till the last minute, man. Then they think they can throw a fit. They think they can jump up and down and scream and yell and scream. You can't do that. You can't do that. And a lot of you guys, be careful what you wish for, because you guys are on your way to having these families, man. You're on your way to having these families. You're on your way to a little kid looking up to you for direction, a little kid looking up to you for hope, a little kid looking up for you, looking at you. And all of the stuff, the foolishness got to stop, brother. You got the clown show got to stop now. Now, this man had 5 kids, 8, 7, 5, 2, and 8 months. Brother, I don't know what made him think that was a good idea to get that free health care, but even on that, you just got fired, man. Oh, I can't work in my field. So what? Go find a job. Say it was a security guard. Go back to being a security guard. You got to do something else, man. You got to take care of your kids, man. That's your motivation. Forget the other stuff. You don't do no shit like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. When you with somebody else, you got to know where they are too. His wife suggested that he do this. What kind of woman is that? What kind of support is that? And let me tell you something. When this stuff happens, you have to be prepared for the bad times before they happen. You got to do it before. You got to have good guidance before. You got to do that. They got to have a foundation before bad times happens. You can't do it once they happen. In the midst of them happening. You got to have somebody. You got 5 kids. You got to have somebody in the family, man. Somebody gotta, you gotta be somebody. Hey, can you get them to 18? That's all I need you to do. All I need you to do is get them. Now that 8 months old, that's asking a bit. 8 months old, but the 8-year-old, get her 8 test 10 years. You got kids, you raise them with your kids. What are you talking about? It's nothing to do. Yes, you don't be out there like here naked out here, man, by yourself. And then, went out here and tapped out the whole fam because both of y'all was doing some stuff and y'all got caught and y'all don't want to do no time. You got to do that time, man. That's one thing about black people, at least some black people. We can do it at time, man. It is a bunch of black people who can't do no time. It's a bunch of them. They can't do no time. They can't do 5. They can't do a week downtown. Got to do time, man. You might have to do 6. Guess what? No birthdays, no Christmas, none of that. Amongst strangers, people you don't know. And you got to get along with them. And black people do that shit all the time, man. All the time. And look, they shouldn't, all the crime, nobody should be doing crime, right? But I'm saying black people go down there and do 8. I saw a dude the other day, he did 8. He did an 8-year run. He was out walking around, man. Just walking around. He ain't had no job. He just walking around. Still, he moved back with his fam. He clown a guy like this, man. You got 5 healthy kids. You 40 years old. Your wife 31. You lost a job. Oh, they investigating me for child care fraud. I wasn't paying, brother. You might get 6 months for that. That's if you even go that, might not go that far. And some of us, man, we so spoiled and entitled. Well, we don't think the rules apply to us. We just don't even look at it like that. Beautiful family too, man. It's sad. This story right here, it messed with me, man. Man had a beautiful family. And what made him think that, man? Because he ain't got no money? And you got to be with a woman. That's what I keep trying to tell you guys. Some lead with your wallet, man. You got to be with a woman who wants you, whether you have money or not. Look, okay, the money supposed to be there. Okay, this ain't the life he promised you. You promised me I was going to be living good. Okay, you got fired. Hey, man, you got to look at, you got to pick the women in your life, man. It's a lot of them going to do that. A lot of them are going to do that. A lot of them going to grab them kids, and you got to find her. You got to chase her down. That's if you can. She done put a restraining order. Now you can't even come close to her. But you got to be able to deal with that as a man, man. You can't snap. You can't snap. You can't lose it. You can't get mad. You can't get upset. You got to take it as a man, man. You got to stand on it, man. You're a man. Your life, it ain't meant to be. See, that's one thing about our society, modern society. It's made men so soft. It has never been for men to be this soft. It's never been for a man to be in touch with his feminine side and all that stuff. That's not being a man. A man is strong, not strong just physically, but mentally. Mentally, he can take a lot and he can deal with this system. And a man also knows what he has to put first. You got to get out them streets, man. A lot of times your firstborn, you have to leave the streets alone. Why? Because you want to be at your kid's wedding. And you know you can't do it living out there. That stuff changes you, man. You got to be ready to make that change. And you got to provide, man. You don't have no time to be out clowning. And then the first sign of trouble, you talking crazy. You and your wife talking crazy. You got to be a man out here, man. Like the stream, brother. She said, you can't exact accountability from someone who's emotionally unstable. Interesting. I don't know if I think the law disagrees. The law disagrees with you. The law would disagree with that. Yeah, I don't think the law agrees with that. And where's the emotional where if they were lab techs, I think. They had good jobs. Let me see. Wait a minute. Let me see. Hold up. They had good jobs, man. Where it was, they were medical technicians. Both of them were medical technicians. And let me see what the medical techs. Technician. Okay, let's see what they go for. Here it is right here. They was making $31 an hour, anywhere from 65 to 100K. Both of them. So I'd say they was making about 50, 55, each about 100,000. But they were so used to money. They were so used to a certain lifestyle. The very thought of adjusting that lifestyle because of a job loss, he did the absolute most. But that is also entitlement. That's a person who thinks that they're entitled to a top-notch life, period, just because. It don't mean that not if they take it from you. You know, if I go out and get a brand new car and I drive it for 3 months, and then the fourth month I stop paying for it, and then they show up to take it, I'm outside screaming and yelling and screaming, but they're gonna say that you didn't pay us. Well, still, that's my car. That's my car. You don't take my car. And you guys see that all. You know, that's entitlement, man. That's an entitlement mindset. That's an unhealthy mindset. And then you out here talking about getting married and having kids, and you have an entitlement mindset, male or female. Life is, man, you don't know how the world gonna work, man. I've seen people with special needs kids. I've seen kids, a kid passes away at 5 years old. You got to still have both feet on the ground. Nobody's saying that that's going to be a pleasant time. I'm saying none of this stuff should make you snap, man. And this dude got snapped. This dude snapped because he got fired. This nigga got fired, man. So we're men. That's what we're doing as men. We're a bunch of men out here, and the first time we get fired, we snap because we got to go find another job. Okay, we can't get the job we went to college for. Are you hiring? Oh, you want me to be a checkout supermarket clerk? That's money coming in, man, till you do better. You got to get the money coming in. You tell your wife, we got to make money, though. We got to pay for the kids. We got to raise kids. You don't have to be rich to raise no kids, man. I don't know where you niggas get that from. You go down there, you get on them county, get on them stamps. You go in that Section 8, you move into that Section 8, or you move into the projects, and you do what you can, man. You raise your kids. Okay, you ain't got this, and he ain't got it now. He ain't got no nice car now. He ain't got no nice house now. So what you talking about? So what? He don't have it. But see, we live in a society that talks against that, and that's where you guys get it twisted, man. Look, intentionally, no, you should not be in no projects by intention, you want to be there. No. But hey, man, we live in America, man. If bad things happen and you got family, you don't have to resort to that. You don't have to do what he did. If bad things happen and we have a family, we might have to move back in with your sister, or we might have to go to the project. You know what? You move in with your sister. Let's put the paperwork in to get you in the projects. Don't worry about me. I don't want to live with your sister. Don't worry about me. And as a man, you're a man. You got to make do, man. If you got the right network, you go to your network. If you got no network, you still a man. Sleep in the car. Sleep in the car. Keep looking for work. Go to day labor. It's a thing called day labor. You go down there. You don't even need no you don't even need no ID. Day labor. They just you a body. They'll pay you in cash. They say we'll pay for $40. Give us 8 hours. We get $40 cash. You go and you pick up what they want. Say, okay, move that wood. We need you to take all of these bricks and restack them. All right? Go through the property and pick up all the loose metal, any type of loose metal. Okay? Take all of that. Yeah, that's day labor. That's day labor. You in your car, you put $10 of gas, you take $5, and then you take the 30. What is that? That's 25. That's 25. Now $40. No, that's 25. That's 25. You take 15 for yourself. You take 25 to your wife and her kids at her sister's house. You give her 25. You take the 15. You already got 10 in the tank. $5, you buy you a little bit of food to eat. Then you back on that thing the next day. Day labor. You back at it. You back at it. You ain't gonna make it doing it, but it'll get you ahead of your bills, man. And by you not living there, you don't have to worry about you eating none of the food. And you maintain a certain level of respect. You in the car, but you took the wife and the fam to a safe place. And in the meantime, you're getting your resume done. All that free time, you're getting your resume done. You're getting things together. You're looking for a better opportunity. Meantime, you're doing day labor. Next thing you know, the casinos, they want to take a look at you. You listen, talk to them. Next thing you know, now you got a decent job. Now you can move them out. You can move them out of your sister's house. Now you can begin again. And if you felt it was wrong and unjust, then now you can fight it. Now you got yourself together. You can fight the system, but you don't have to quit and you don't have to give up. And let me tell you something. You can't be weak, man. When you guys talking about getting at these women and being men, you got to be strong because bad times going to come. Ain't nobody promised nothing bad is ever going to happen. Nobody. And you got to be ready for that, man, as a man. You got to stand on it, too. And he said, Platt, you got the only streams where they be trying. I'm the only one that really be trying to help, bro. These other niggas want to show off their watches. These other niggas want to sit around and show off their watch. Look at my designer hat. Look at me flirt with the panelists. You know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to help people over here, bro. I'm really trying to help people. I'm not on here trying to flex. and harass the women. We had a young lady on the panel last night. We tried to help her. You know what? Go ask her what she thought. But you guys wouldn't understand that though, right? You wouldn't understand what helping someone is, which, because there's got to be something in it for you, right? What's in it for me? What's in it for me? Yeah. I know how that's how you niggas are. You look at you. Of course you niggas like that. What's in it for? Who wants to know a nigga like that? Who? No, I'm being for real. No, we're coming on YouTube for a minute. Who wants to know a man like that? Who wants to be on YouTube and you know a man who's only in it for himself, talking about what's in it for me, harasses the women on his panel, shows us watching his money off, then runs from a fight? That sucker ran from Corey. That's a coward. That's a coward. And it's the same type of nigga. You see what this dude did? You see what this dude did? Do you see what this dude did? I wouldn't put it past that coward to do the same thing. I'm the only nigga on this YouTube that really be telling the truth. Platinum. I'm the only one that really be telling the truth. I'm the one that really be pointing stuff out. These other dusty niggas be on here trying to date. They spend all day talking about their wife cheating on them. Nigga done talked about that for the last 3 years, nigga. That's all they want to talk about, their wife cheated on them. I'm the only one that really be talking, telling the truth, man. I'm the only one. Platinum. And I'm telling you, this dude snapped. And there's a lot of these dudes out there like that. You can't be weak as a man. You got to be strong, man. Bad times are going to come. How are you going to handle them? Are you going to whine about them? Are you going to sit around and complain? Or are you going to accept the fact that you're a man? You know, all this stuff, all of this. You don't need to be dressed up like a damn Christmas tree out here, man. That's not your life. You should have more self-respect. Be a man. Walk around in the dungarees. Walk around in the coveralls. Walk around with they make fun talking about dusty. Walk around with a little dust. I'm not saying the dust they're talking about is the negative. They're not talking about actual hard working man dust. They're talking about just bad things. Negative things that's associated with being a man. That's what they're talking about. Dusty. What's wrong with that? You work construction and you get dirty, you get dirty. A woman who don't see the value in a man like that, she's going to pay for that anyhow. A woman that only sees a man when he's all jeweled up and stuff, that's why they catching hell from these dudes. These dudes is clowns, bro. They're not men. They're not men. They're clowns. Don't you get it? Look around. Look at these YouTubers. They're clowns. Look at that, a bunch of clowns. Look at what they talk about. Go look at their topics. So he did this out of pressure and what society had told him. Yep. You're right, Lorraine. That's how world. That's why you got to be careful of the world. You got to get out of the world. Let me tell you something, Lorraine. You got to get out of the world. He said religion. Hammer said religion did his marriage in. I don't know how that would be. I don't get that one, but you got to be up from you got to get up out of the world, man. You got to get out of judgment, man. You got to get out. You're going to have some down times, man. Some things going to happen. Bad things going to happen. It's going to be some storms. You got to get out of judgment. That happens to a lot of these YouTubers. Judgment gets them. You got to get out of judgment, man. You need to do right. You do need to do right now. But you got to hold them L's, man. L's gonna come with life. You know what? You underestimate how long life is. It's not that long. I agree with you. Unless you're gonna live to 100, unless you make it to 100, it really ain't that long. But no, what I'm saying is time. You don't really need a whole lot of time, man. You can have a family in 3 days. I mean, 3 years. 3 years, you can get married, have one kid, two kids, and boom, you can get divorced after that. I'm not saying you want to get a divorce. I'm saying you underestimate time. You don't need a lot of time to do a lot of this stuff. What you gonna do? You're gonna grow up, you're gonna become an adult, then you're gonna live the life of an adult. You probably, if you want to, you're gonna mate, you'll have kids, you'll raise a family, you're gonna get old, and then you're gonna die. There ain't no reason to rush it. You don't have to rush the time. And if you decide to get into crime, you got to be a man about crime. If you do crime and you get caught, you got to do time. You got to do time, man. You got to do time. Going down there kicking and screaming. You can't do that. That judge say 10 years. You screaming at the top of your, up in the court. You saw that? You saw that lady? What was that lawyer? There was a lady in there. She was a lawyer. They had to drag her out of there. That woman came in there. She was all dressed up, man. That judge told her 5 years. He had to drag her. They had to drag her to the cell, man. Look, let me tell you something, bro. Let this guy right here be a lesson to you. If you don't need to do crime. Say it to yourself. I can't do no time. You're right, and you're exactly right. The men in there are homosexual. You are exactly right. If you go in there, you're gonna be doing time with men that you probably would prefer not to do time with. Think about that before you do that crime, all right? I want you to know that. Think about that before you get out there and do that crime, because that's what, everything was going good with him until the crime. Everything was going perfect for them. Look, they went to jail for child care fraud. They didn't go to jail for really breaking up. They broke that law, but it was because they was having the city pay for their child care needs instead of them paying for it. They were making about $100,000. They were making about 100. And because they got fired, he did all of that. You can't be weak out here as a man. Hey, man, people who talk down on you, them ain't your friends, brother. Don't you understand that? People who abandon you in the first sign of trouble, they never were your friends. They were never down with you. They were never with you. You feel betrayed. There's nothing to betray. They were never down with you. And see, a lot of people find that out on the back end. Find it out now. Know it now. Know it now. And if you get caught, if you're doing wrong and you get caught, be a man about that shit. Stand on it. Call up that cousin that you've been sending that money to. Tell her you got more money coming. I need you to do something for me right now. I got to go through a situation. Can you please take care of my kids? I got to make sure my kids straight. Your kids straight. Boom. I got you. You can't do it like that. You can't be like, all right, well, since I got fired, just the end of the road. No, it's not. It's not the end of the road. I've been fired, man. I've been fired. It was messed up. And most of them for me, man, were disputable. But then again, they also were accepted because the place I was working wasn't the greatest place to work. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like I was trying to get there. And you're right, there was some lateness. There was a lot of lateness. Like the stream, man. He said 100K is not enough to raise 5 kids. Yes, it is, Demo. Demo, that is the most insane. That's got to be the most insane chat that's ever been put in a chat box. That man said 100K is not enough. Yes, it is. You don't need to make no 100K a year to raise no kids, man. What you trying to do for the kid? Hell, they get the school give them a laptop. The school give them laptops. What are they costing you? What are you trying to do for your kids? And what I'm trying to say is this: karate lessons. I mean, that's doing a lot. That's extra stuff, man. It don't cost no 5K. Bro, you got to do it. You could raise a kid. You could raise 5 kids on $30,000 a year. Now, can they have all the designer stuff? Nope. Are they gonna live in a really, really nice house? Nope. Are they gonna get carried to school in the most expensive transportation? Nope. They'll get it. They'll be in a car. It'll be your older car. They'll live in your house. It'll be your older house in the hood with the bent fence, with the basketball goal on the light pole. Yeah, you can live like that. You guys, somewhere along this line in this evolution of technology we live in, people have forgotten people lived like that. We're not even talking about maybe 50 years ago. People lived whole families like that. 5 kids. They daddy didn't make no more than $32,000 a year. They didn't have no expensive stuff. They did their own hair. The boy might have had 3 changes of clothes. He was handing them clothes down to his younger brother. He had a pair of shoes, 2 pairs of shoes. See, we in the age of Jordans and Fat Joe. Fat Joe almost 60 years old, man. Fat Joe is sitting down there on Netflix, almost 60 years old, talking about sneakers. Sneakers. The Rubik's Cube Jordan. I seen Shannon do that. Shannon almost said, these niggas are talking about sneakers. Brother, there's nothing wrong with sneakers, but that's really for the youth. That conversation that's a young man's conversation. That's a man that's under 25 talking about it, sneakers, because he's young. You grow, you're almost 60, you're around talking about some sneakers. You want to do a stream about sneakers. Like, share, support, man. You could raise a family of 5. You could raise a family of 6 on $30,000 a year with food stamps. Now you got to get food stamps. You get a couple of hundred, you get $400. Bullshit. $400 in food stamps, and you make $32,000 a year. You can raise a family. You're gonna get all that back. All that money in taxes coming right back. You got, look at them dependents you got. You got all types of low interest loans for that house. They'll come and fix that house. The state will do it. Grants. They'll fix that whole house for you, man. I see people doing it all the time. You guys got to do the paperwork. One thing about the Negro, and they said this on purpose. They said one thing we could do to slow the Negro down is put it in paperwork. He said, if we put it on paperwork, they won't get it. All you got to do is fill it out, man. You got to sit down, go fill it out. Go look at what your city offers, fill it out. Oh, I have 5 kids. I make $32,000 a year. What do you offer? Oh, well, we offer this special incentive for this. Well, we have this for that. We have these things for that. That's how you do that. He said, stop living. Man, get your ass off my chat. Stupid motherfucker. He just told me I can't live off 100K. Then said, stop living off the government. Well, if I can't live off 100K, who else am I live off? And see, that's what I'm saying. That's why that dude deleted himself. You see what I'm saying? You don't let nobody make you feel guilty about that, man. Don't let nobody make you feel, if that's your situation, that's your situation. Don't let nobody make you feel guilty about, you got to go down there and get you some support. If you got to go get it, you got to go get it. Don't do what he did. Don't do what he did. Don't let no, that's what I'm saying. And there's guys out there who like that. Like the stream, man. Don't let these people brainwash you that you need to harm yourself because you made bad. We're human beings. We're going to make bad decisions. They happen sometime. We're going to drop the join link, man. Human beings makes mistakes, man, but we don't have to sit around here and act like it's the end of the world. I don't think you should willingly make mistakes, but then that's what pretty much what crime is, because people don't think they're gonna get caught, right? This dude just got fired, man, and he deleted his whole family. We in the age of weak men, brother. This is a weak one. Not only that, his wife suggested they do it, and he didn't turn the wife down. He didn't give his, where your leadership at, brother? You the leadership of the family. You got to tell her she's wrong and no. Both of them was medical techs, man. Man, you could retire from that. That's a good job. You talking about 100K. If they was around today, they making about 100K each. That's two people. That's 200K. That's 200K, man. What you talking about? 200K? 5 healthy kids? All your kids is healthy. Y'all in y'all 30s. Enjoy your life. Live your life, man. That's what you do. You don't go out here and get fired, man, and then all hell breaks out. All the guys that's avoiding this stuff, man, be a man about it, man. Know what you're doing. But believe me, it ain't what you think it is. A lot of times guys think wife and kids, that's what he's missing in his life. Be careful with that, brother. You better be ready for that. You better be ready for that. You better be ready. How are you socially? Do you socialize with people pretty good? Are you comfortable, in a room of basically strangers? Are you comfortable with that? Are you easy to get along with? Are you easy to talk to? Are you patient? You need to be all of those things before you start a family, man. You got a quick temper. You selfish. You don't care about nobody but yourself. You don't want to start no family, man. You very judgmental. You don't want to start no family. That's one thing about that jailhouse. See, you can't be judged. It's hard to be judgmental in that jailhouse. That's why a lot of people, when they go to jail, they don't care. See, one thing you understand about the jailhouse Negroes is they don't care. The things that green civilians or whatever, working class, jailhouse people don't care. And see, they've developed that. See, they're not troubled by stuff like that. The stuff that this guy is troubled by, they don't care for that. What's up with you, Shaka? They don't care for stuff like that. And you need to incorporate that in your life. You need to only care about what matters. Stuff that don't matter, don't care about it. Stop letting people tell you everything you need to be concerned about. No, you don't. If it don't matter, don't care. If it don't matter, don't care. And then once you have a family, nothing matters outside that family. And your wife got to understand that too. Not her friends, not her mother. Nobody matters but you guys, you and the fam. So it don't matter what somebody think. And that's one thing. You got to give these dudes credit. These dudes that go in and out of jail, they develop that. And a lot of you don't go to jail. You ain't no jail dude. Well, you know what? You better be careful out here. You better develop the ability to not care, because that's what's holding. That causes him to react like that. This is a man who's concerned with things he cannot control. This is called change. You can't do nothing about change. It's just like we were snowed in for a week. What can we do about it? If that stuff would have lasted another week out here, we wouldn't have made it, because we wouldn't have had the food. They had already depleted the stores, and they got to get the trucks in with new supplies. Well, if you go another week, that's a week on depleted stores. Stores already depleted. Now you want to go another week on depleted supplies. We wouldn't even made it out here. I don't know what would have happened, but we wouldn't have made it out here. We would have had starvation. We're not equipped for that. We're not strong enough for that. This generation is not strong enough. This generation couldn't go through the generation I'm from. They couldn't make it. They're too weak. They're too weak. You get fired and then you go home and lay down your whole family? What happened, man? Did something happen? I got fired. What? That's it? What? Man, I've been fired, bro. I hate to say this. They didn't want me to lay down my family, but I did think of I'm stop. Yeah, it was all his children. All him and his wife, they got married. I think he met her in college. They graduated. They both worked at the same hospital. They both did the same job. And he got fired for, he did some stuff on the paperwork and they fired both of them because of that. And they looked at it like it was the end of the line when it wasn't. They should have, hey man, even if you get put out, you get put out. Now I done seen a lot of that. I done seen a whole bunch, women and men. I've seen a whole bunch of black people get put on the side of the street. Man, what you talking about? Now we tripping. Man, I done seen that so much, man. I remember what shit. I must have seen, I used to go to work. I used to see furniture and stuff set out these apartments all the time, man. You be going down the street, you'll look, you'll see all them, you'll see lamps and couches and clothes, and then you'll slow down because you'll look around. Because you'll say, I like that lamp, man. You'll be looking around to see if, because if you leave, it's anybody can get it. Now, if you there, they can't just take your stuff. But I did. I got me a lamp before. Driving down the street, man, I stopped. I looked around. I started walking. I saw it. I looked around. I picked the lamp up, and I looked around. I was like, hey. Nobody say nothing. I walked. I put it in my car, man. I drove off. I'm looking at the lamp right now. That thing's shining brightly. I needed one. Man, they said, and you know what's really bad about it? I'm going to tell you the worst thing about when somebody get put out? Child clothes. Because when you rifling through their stuff, you rifle through some little shoes, a little pair of pants, a little dress. Yeah, man, it makes you question what you're doing, man. You have to stop. Yo, go back, get in your car, say, no, man. No. Because it's sad, man, that a family's been placed out. I don't know, maybe there was a drugs involved, maybe it was some jail stuff, maybe they just didn't pay their their rent, but they've been evicted. And it's sad, man. It's sad to see that, man. I used to see that all the time. I live in a different part of town. I used to see that stuff all the time. I don't see it that much here. I do see some neglected properties, though. I see that. I see some neglected properties, man. There's some people out here, man. Uh, um, they'll never cut their grass. And the dog thing, man. They got a kid. They got a dog, but they don't feed their dog. Like, hey, man, you got to feed your dog, man. Like, man, hey, man, that's your dude. I remember my dude said, he said, I was walking and dude had a pit. And the pit came up to me. And I'm looking at him because I don't particularly care for dogs, right? And he's wagging his tail, but he got the big head and stuff. And I'm looking at the dog and I'm walking. I moved out into the street off the sidewalk because I ain't like the dog coming at me. Here you go. His name Jesse. I looked at dude. I'm like, I don't give a fuck what his name. You better get this motherfucker. I don't want to know him. I said, why we got? I said, why I gotta know your dog, man? How come I can't just live my life, man? Why I gotta know your animals? Why do I have to know him? Why don't you train? Why don't you teach your dog some obedience? Yep. When you see me walk by, call Jesse back. Say, Jesse, come here. There you go. I don't want to know him. And I said, man, that's the life of a Negro. I got to know pets. I got to know everybody's pet because I can't walk through the neighborhood without one of them trying to attack me. So I got to know they pets. He said, I bet money old boy wife was talking sideways. So old boy wife was talking sideways to him after he got fired. That was caused his emotional snap. Well, she got fired too, though. No, that's not a look, man. On that, man, a woman even say something like that. That's no way we can do anything. And a woman got to be with you through the bad times, though, man. Your woman got listen, man. That woman got to know, hey, I'm gonna treat you as best as I can. But sometimes it's gonna be some downtime, and don't give up on me. That woman can't give up on you, man. For a man, a lot of time that's all a man got. Everybody else done gave up on him. His family done gave up on him. His friends done gave up on him. All he got is his wife. His wife give up on him. That's gonna make the kids give up on him. He might have one kid out of five. One of them gonna like you a lot. Out of five, one of them gonna like you no matter what you do. Now, I'm not gonna say all five, but yeah, the wife, man, your wife give up on you. You on your own, man. Then as a man, you gotta go out here. You still gotta go through what you gotta go through. And they done gave up on you, man. So that's gonna, as a man, you gotta be strong, though. A lot of men will tell you that's being weak. That's being weak to let that stuff get to you like that, where it aggravates you and it antagonizes you, and then you start no, you can't, man. You do need to live a full life, man, but that ain't promised to everybody. If you get a good little 3-year run, man, hey, look at the upside. Say, hey, man, I was married for 3 years before it went left. You know, it'd be like that. It was a great time when it lasted. You know, last 6 months was hell, and go on, man. Don't look at it. Don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. Move on. The guy said religion ruined his wife. I don't know what that was. But that's the life we live, man. That's the life we choose. And what comes with that choice is decisions. We got to make good decisions. I'm gonna say this again. Let this be a lesson to everybody out there. Don't do no crime if you can't do that time. If it's something going on, you beating the healthcare, child care, you're doing that. Okay, this dude, they found out about him. The hospital found out. Hospital found out about both of them. Fired them both. That's it. That was the only reason. He owed the IRS some money and back taxes. Come on, back taxes. He offed himself. That's why it's on you too, man. It's up to you to not be like a guy like this. That's the thing I say about the Floyd guy, being a weirdo, being you know what he was. Look at him now. He's in a. Somebody put. I said they put an update. Say he's in a preventive prison or something like that. Pending. But he got a long time to go. Like the stream, man. We got the join link posted, man. We'll take your thoughts. $100K. You don't need $100K to raise a kid, man. What I'm gonna tell you what that means. A lot of stuff that you if you make $100K a year, you're gonna be living in a certain type of neighborhood. You're not gonna be able to keep up with the people who make $500,000, 600,000 a year. So it's gonna look like you missing out, but your kid got to accept you only make $100K. They got to accept that, and you say, hey, well, we can't do what they do. You got to, man, you have to raise your kids, man. If you don't raise your kids and you let them get 9 and 10 and they've been watching TV and they friends and stuff, they ain't gonna have no discipline. They're not gonna have any discipline. They're not gonna have no discipline. They're gonna demand that they get what the neighbors get. If they don't, they're gonna cry. The dude's gonna have a fit. You gotta raise them when they're young, man. They gotta know this when they're 3, 4, 5. That you love them and you're gonna do your best for them, and they shouldn't care what other people do. You can't wait till they get 10, 11, 12. That's when they get into being selfish that young. Ooh, man, they're gonna be a monster. Their emotions, they can't handle disappointment. I guess that's what that's something. I guess that's for black people. That's what, because we've been disappointed a lot by this society, right? We can handle that, and we can also do time. One thing I admire about the black men, they can do time. Them white men be deleting themselves. Them black men don't do it. Them black men go in there and do time. They come out. They can do time. That's why for a black man, it's almost unbelievable that a black man would do this, because he got fired. And I've been fired, man. I've fired people. I have been fired. I've fired people. I've also gotten people fired. You niggas don't want to hear that one, do you? I've gotten people fired. I remember this one chick. She was at a gas station. I used to stop by there on the way to work. I don't know what it was with that chick, man. It was a sister. It was a brother and a sister. And when I would get to the counter, she'd be real rude. I was like, what the fuck is this? He'd be back in the back laughing. And one day she just threw me my money. I said, what's going on? I grabbed my money. I said, what's going on? She just looked at me. She said nothing. And then he was laughing. I said, okay. Okay. It ain't nothing then. Okay. So I got home. I got ready. I sat down. No, I waited till the next day. I remember, wait till the next day. I called. Headquarters. I said, okay. I said, just who I'm looking for. I said, man, your night shift tried to sell me a sack, man. He said, excuse me? I said, night shift. This address. They selling weed out your motherfucking place, man. They tried to sell me a bag last night. I came in there the next night. It was a whole new crew. I said, y'all, stop fucking with me, man. Y'all want me to do it. You want me to do it that way. I see what you want me to do. You want me to fist fight you. Okay. Well, that's my fist. I threw the first punch. Get your ass out of here, nigga. And you probably can't find no job after that. Hey, man, they were fucking with me. I've been fired. I've been a supervisor. I've fired people and also have had people fired. It's not a pleasant experience, but you don't need to break. It ain't that. If you got college, it ain't that. You can rebound, man. You got college? You got a college degree? You might not be able to work in your major. You still got a degree. Why you selling yourself short? You got to get out here and another thing, you got to take care of your kids. See, this dude got the wrong attitude. All I want to do is take care of my kids. I mean, I don't give a fuck about no money. I would have stood on that shit. Oh, you was stealing funding for the kids. I mean, you having the state pay for your child care. I would say, yeah, I was. And I got fired because of that. But I got to take care of my family. And I'm going to take care of my family. I tell that 8-month-old kid, I tell that kid by kid 6, I say, for a minute, you don't know, but we was going through it, but we made it. We ain't where we used to be, but you're going to be okay. I'm going to give you everything you need so that you can have a good life. That's how you do that, man. You don't get mad and go get a pistol and start complaining and whining. I got fired. I shouldn't have got fired. They fired me. They fired me. Kind of man, that ain't no man. That ain't a man. That's not a man, bruh. That's not a man. And this is, you know what? They fired him for cause. Man, these people get fired for they don't have no reason. They just, motherfucker don't like you. They don't have a reason. They just make up a reason. You still got to deal with it. You can't call up your people on the phone. Hey, I got fired. What's going on with you? I got fired. They fired me. They fired me. They fired me. I don't want to go on. What you talking about? You don't want to go? I don't want to go on no more. What kind of shit? Just think about that for a minute. What kind of insane shit? Say, bro, you nuts? You gotta run over there, man. You gotta run. You gotta you gotta run like you Usain Bolt over the nigga house. grab up the kids and run, get away from them. This man done lost his, man, you crazy, man. Man, both of y'all crazy. Both of y'all crazy. Nah. And unfortunately, nobody did that. And this is black folks, black people. Black people, a whole family of black people deleted because a nigga got fired. Well, his wife got fired too. Now, hold up. Sisterhood, it was your idea. She said, do it. She said it, not him. She put the ideal in his head. What kind of shit? How y'all parents like? How y'all taking care of a family talking like that? Things gonna happen that's bad. Niggas gonna get locked up. Women get locked up. Man, you gotta hold it down, man. You gotta hold it down. I remember I messed with this chick, man, pretty chick. She had a baby, man, and yeah, I shouldn't have done it. I like doing it now. She had a baby, man. And she had a little girl, man, looked like her. And I said, I was dating her out there like the first month. She started, I started to get to know the little girl. She's like 4 or 5. I started to know the girl a little better. So I was in front of the mom. I said, what you want? She said, I want some ice cream. I said, that's it? She looked at her mom and she said something else. I said, hey, I'm finna go get that. Her mom was looking at me. And she was looking at, she said, oh, she started jumping up there. I went and got the ice cream and the stuff she wanted and gave it to her. And I said, as long as and I was trying to use it to stay in with her mom. Mom was pretty, had a lot of men. I said, as long as I come here, you can have anything you want. And the little girl said, and I told her my name and I was doing that. And that woman was looking at me. She was suspicious. She's like, is he doing this because he wants? I did. I want you, baby. I can't spoil you. You too expensive. I can spoil the baby. Ice cream and cupcakes. Right around my life. I give you all the cool cupcakes and ice cream you want. And it was cool, man. It was fun. But she was looking at me funny, like said all that Louis bag and nah. What's that? The simp just bought the woman the $3,000 bracelet. Nah, brother. I said, I'm going to try it this way. And we had fun, though. It was fun, though. I wish her baby daddy would treat her that way. Ain't nothing wrong, man. It was a little girl, man. Treat that. Ain't nothing wrong with somebody spoiling her. I hope her grandparents spoil her, man. That's what we so messed up, man. The black community so ate to the bone. We ate up. We so ate up. Man, we messed up. We can't even do nothing for each other, man. We can't even do nothing for each other, man. So what? That's her kid, man. That ain't nothing, man. $6, $7 ice cream and cupcakes. So what? We so messed up. Yeah, and I did do it. And I don't really date baby moms, but when I do, I spoil their kids. I like to do it. Why not? I don't see what's the point. Why not? Who cares? And once you know what? Another thing that reminds me of when I was a kid. When I was a kid, man, I was broke, man. My mom didn't move like that, though. My mom didn't have a bunch of dudes in and out the house. My mom was married. My mom's still married. My dad is still married. My parents still alive. What I'm trying to tell you is I did it, but I did it with purpose. Yeah, you could say, Platt, you was wrong because you was just trying to get in good with her so you can keep smashing. You right. I was. But in the process, I was helping out the little shorty, man. The little shorty was getting, things that they wasn't getting from the mom. So that's up to her mom. My mom can have some. So I do that right now. I think last time, about 9 years ago, met this little thick motherfucker, man. Man, that chick was thick. And in shape, had flat stomach to go with them big legs and a flat stomach and a pretty face, man. And I remember her little boy, he started hitting me. He said, Daddy. I met him at the gas station. So I got in the car and the little boy got him, started hitting me in the head, man, with his fist. Daddy, no, daddy, mommy, no, daddy. Started hitting me. I'm like looking at her. And she said, she was laughing. She said, stop, sit down. I'm like, that nigga hitting me all upside my head. She said, he just want his daddy. He don't like me to talk to other guys. And I said, I looked at him. I said, oh, is that the problem? And he was over there mad. I said, I'm going to get you. I said, you got your Xbox at home? And she wasn't saying nothing. He said, mm-hmm. I said, I'm going to buy you a brand new one, one? He said, yeah. I say, now you got to understand, look, say it whatever you want to. I don't care what you niggas say. I promised him that so he would shut his mouth so I could mac on his mom. And it worked. Even though she was with the shit and nothing came of that. But that's on her, man. I was like, hey, I can buy your Xbox, man. I can buy a kid. What's wrong with buying a kid an Xbox? I could buy you an Xbox. I could do some stuff for you, man. Y'all brothers out here, man. Brother, it's cool to hold on to your bag. You don't have to give your bag to no woman. You don't have to do like this Anton dude and buying all of that stuff. You don't have to do that. But as far as if you date them, you don't have to date women with kids. If you date women with kids, there's nothing wrong with bringing those kids small things like ice cream, cupcakes, cookies, what's that? Honeycombs. There ain't nothing wrong with that. That's for the kid, man. Even if you and the mom don't get along, even if you and the mom leave each other alone, there ain't nothing wrong with that. That's all I'm saying. And I've always been that type of dude. I don't really date women with kids, but if I date a woman with kids, believe me, her kid's gonna be straight. Her kid gonna be straight. That just I feel good doing it. I just feel good. I feel like, hey, why not? I mean, I'm trying to smash, or I'm smashing the mom. What's wrong with him benefiting from me? Oh, I'm looking at the little TV on. I'm like, man, come on. I remember I messed with this chick, man. She had them blue, them barbershop DVDs. You remember them barbershop DVDs? We getting all the loonies over here, bro. Let me get rid of this dude. Yeah, let me get, what the hell? Brother, Looney Tunes is coming out tonight, bro. Yeah, so those barbershop DVDs, you go in the barbershop, they'll sell you. We talking about 2005, 2006. Those barbershop DVDs, they had that little blue haze. People was taping them in the movies. So they had that, they wasn't even a tight burn. They wasn't a tight burn. So anyhow, I'm dating a chick. So I go over there. Little boy got a little 24-inch TV, right? With a Xbox. It was an old one. And he was putting the barbershop DVDs, and the thing wasn't even the end of the story. And I'm like, the boy was talking about he liked Shrek. And I'm over there, and the damn thing go off. And he's getting up and down. And she said, you want to watch it again? And he said, yeah, mommy. And I said, wait a minute, but that's not, I said, wait a minute, is the end on there? She said, huh? And I shook my head. I said, man, what am I doing, man? I got up and I just left. Because I said, man, I know we going through it in the black community, but this dude got a $3 DVD and half of the damn movie ain't on the DVD. I said, man, let me. I walked outside, man. I went down to my car, man. I think I burned it. I went home. I just burnt the thing. I bought a whole DVD. It was clear. It looked like the DVD you buy in the store. And I just looked at him and I said, man, what's going on, man? What's going on out here, man? Little boy was so happy, man. He finally saw the end of Shrek. He watched Shrek probably 500 times before he saw the last 30 minutes of it. And I was looking at the sister sideways because she was wrong for that. She was wrong for that. What's up with your truth?
Yo, good morning. I ain't gonna lie. I saw that happen to somebody too with the same movie, Shrek. Because
Uh-huh.
at that time, both my sons were young enough to where Shrek was popping, and they watched it over and over and over again. But I ain't never bought the bootleg that never had an ending plat. I don't, I don't know what. Back in the day, we'd be mad if the bootleg didn't have an ending on it. We want our money back. The nigga's like, "What is this, nigga? Why you incomplete movie?" But in any case, this is absurd. I'm flabbergasted. I don't know what could cause a dude to
He got fired.
that ain't enough. Platt, I done lost
That
my
ain't enough
job
for you. No,
before.
no, that's not enough for you. That was enough to
Oh
him.
wow.
No, no,
I
that
lost
show
my
you how,
job before.
no,
My
truth.
wife lost her job before.
But truth, that show you how weak of a man he really was.
Yeah, I'm afraid so. Listen, man, because there's all kind of things. Listen, look, we're well off now, but when we first got married and we had kids and our kids were young, we ain't have it like that. She lost she lost work. I lost work. So and then most of the time we have been working together, but in the beginning we wasn't making much money, right? At back in the day, we was making what 35 a piece, living in South Florida.
Mhm.
So that is 70 grand a year. That sounds great if you live in a place where it doesn't require you to make over $100,000 combined to live comfortably, right?
Uh-huh.
So, you know, lost your job, you can't pay for stuff, you can't pay for the car note. There was times I couldn't. One time I couldn't pay for the car note, man. I had to call these niggas and say, "Hey, man, I can't pay it. I just lost my job. Is there anything you could
Mhm.
do?" Of course,
Mhm.
there's stuff they could do. It messed up my
Mhm.
credit, but there's stuff that they could do, so I didn't lose my car. I could still keep going out looking for jobs. I didn't had to go wash cars for after I got off of
Yeah,
work
car wash.
to
Car
have
wash.
gas, yeah, for gas money so I could go to work. Right? There was times I ain't have enough dough to put in the gas tank to go to work. So I asked the dude at a car wash place, listen, man, I just need to come in. Part time. I got a full time job, man. I got a family. I just need to make some money for some gas because I literally have no gas money because the kids got to eat, right? We
Mhm.
reduce the food. You get the great value bread. You get the peanut
Mhm.
butter and great value peanut butter and jelly. You making it work.
Beans. Beans.
Beans. Oh, Franks and beans was it.
Beans and
You
rice.
know what I'm
No,
saying?
rice, beans, um, 5 days a week,
Yeah,
beans, little
yeah.
rice, maybe
Right.
cornbread, beans, cornbread, beans, cornbread.
See, it's
Now
better. We
hold
ain't
on.
even messed the
Men
cornbread.
are like that, right? But that's just the way it is. I mean, now, oh no,
Exactly.
hold on. That does raise another point, and I agree with this 100%. Don't have kids if you broke,
No, don't.
because they're not gonna like you very much. Now they're gonna appreciate you being born, but they're gonna hate the fact daddy broke. They ain't gonna like that,
Yeah,
man.
they ain't gonna like that.
Yeah, they're gonna be pissed off, man, because they're gonna be mocked and made fun of. They ain't done nothing. You broke.
But how do you have this many kids and y'all? That's a lot. These are a lot of kids if you can't afford it. Nigga. All right, you
No,
have one or two.
they making about 100,000. Uh,
But I mean,
but,
each.
no, between the both.
Okay, I can see how it'll be detrimental for both of us to lose our jobs. But there's too many things you could do to keep you treading water if you got kids, right? You got the SNAP benefits. You can get some WIC. You can qualify for the WIC. You can qualify for unemployment. You a man. You can go out there and find a job. It ain't gonna be the greatest job, but it'll be something to keep your family treading water,
Thank you, Truth.
right?
Thank you. You know
You,
what, Truth? And that 8-year-old kid, guess what? She used to see daddy go to work in a lab coat, but now she see daddy in construction hat. And now she
right.
see that's how life is. Daddy used to work at the hospital. Now he work at the construction yard.
Listen, Platt. My kids are all of them are well, the last one's almost grown. She got a year before, less than a year before she turned 18, and she going to college because she already started college courses ahead of time. So she about to go do her thing after this too. Listen, man, my kids didn't see me for like the first 7 to 10 years of their lives because I was always working. I wasn't just doing 8 hours of work coming home. The only time I would not do 8 hours is if they had like a school event I was going to. There was a game. My daughter had some kind of contest or event going on. That was it. Other than that, I was coming in 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night, leaving 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, hold up, Truth. I just saw this. She said, so the wife advocated that they all expire. What kind of mom? That's hard to believe. Well, you believe it.
Oh, that's crazy.
Believe it because that's what she said. She was the one who put the idea in his head. Well, I'm not gonna go that far.
No,
I'm gonna
no,
say
I
that.
can't
No,
believe
she
that.
said he said that she wanted him to do it. That's what he said.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. No. So but okay. Well, let me ask you this: do you guys believe that the wife wanted him to do this? Because he said she did. Now, obviously, we can't poll her, right? We can't bring her back.
Right.
But he said that his wife mentioned that as a solution when they both got fired. Do you believe it? If you think she could say such a thing to him, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. If you think she's capable of saying such a thing to her man, put a 1 in the chat. There you go.
I don't want to believe it, but it is a possibility because, like, usually when something blows up like that, the stuff hit the fan.
Mm-hmm.
Women's response isn't going into that logical, all right, what do we need to do next? We got to do this, we got to do that. They're usually panicking and saying all kind of crazy stuff. Now, that's crazy to say, right? That's crazy to say. I'd have to side eye my wife if she said that. But
hold up. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. We putting them in there. I see you.
Oh man.
Put a 1 in the chat if you think a woman could suggest that to her man to delete to lay the whole family down because they lost a job. Because I want her to know that she's saying that she can't believe it. Well, believe it because she did it. She did it.
Wow.
Yeah. Now go ahead.
Women don't really take that kind of detrimental thing happening to them suddenly well. So I get that they could. I do get that, and it wouldn't be a total surprise to hear that she made that suggestion because they usually have this end of the world doomsday advice. But I could never I could never say, yeah, you're right, and just go make that kind of thing happen. That's there's too many ways to recover. And not only that, this is part of having a family. You're going to have to recover from some things in order to build your familiar character, the character of your family, who y'all are, how you address serious things that challenges the welfare of your family. That's part of your job. This man, I don't even understand this. This would never come to mind for me at all. I mean, we could be running from zombies, murderers, assassins, and then they could have took everything that I have, including my identity. I'm never doing this.
Truth teller, I think one of the biggest problems for men, truth teller, when they become, I'm saying a man becomes an adult, I think reflection and having to deal with this is all it is. So everything as a boy he was longing for, wanting in his life, now that he's become a man and he finally has a family, right? He has a wife, he has kids. He has to think about, is this all there is? Hey, I felt better playing video games, which is probably true. And the whole concept of a family, having to provide for them, live with my wife, be livable, all of that. Now I got to do all these changes, but I felt better when I felt more comfortable when I was just messing off playing video games, not caring, man, not caring. And now I got to care. But that's a part of being a man. That's a part of making that adjustment to become a man. And you're looking at it the wrong way. But a lot of dudes do wind up looking saying, is that all it is? Because it doesn't have the excitement of a video game.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I kind of have a similar experience too. When we first got married, you know, I was doing the PlayStation was out and blah blah blah, and PlayStation 1, I think 2 had just came out, and we used to play together, right? Me and the wife, we used to play together. Had the first baby, that kind of, you know, that stopped. It was every now and again, but that, you know, it died down. We had the second baby, it basically completely stopped. We had to work, make sure the kids taken care of, and then on top of that, you know, the kids got old enough. We got them video games, so they playing, and every now and again we would all play together. But it wasn't something serious. Man, I haven't touched a video game system in like 16, 17 years. I haven't touched a game system. You know, if you talking about the PS5 and the PS6 coming out, man, I ain't never played none of them. I haven't touched them.
But that's the whole. No, that's the whole point about life. This is our society. That's what it is. Childbirth, child rearing. That's not going to be easy. Marriage, that ain't going to be easy. Or being single, is that easy? So when you look at these things, right, you can't let stressors, you can't let the normal struggle make you snap. Life comes with a lot of adversity, man. You got to be strong. And one thing, like I said, I can look to I'm a black man, my fellow black man, even the black men in Atlanta, all the homeless black men, you know what? You can say what you want about them, call them bums, lazy, but you know what? They strong enough to go through what they going through. They ain't out here doing what he did. They stronger than him mentally. Now, They probably can't do what he did as far as like go through college and get his degree and have his level of competence. But you know what? As a man, they're stronger than him. They're stronger than him because they're going through it. And a lot of it is self-inflicted. But you know what? They say, well, I just have to suffer the consequences, but ain't no way I'm gonna delete myself. Those men are stronger than him. This is a weak man right here.
Man, yeah.
This is a coward. This is what you call a coward. This is a coward. When it was time to face the music, what did he do? And also, what you also got to remember is the kids had nothing to do with him being a criminal. The kids had nothing to do with that. The kids. They're kids. They had nothing to do with you. You want to be a criminal? What the fuck they got to do with me? Oh, well, you got to come with me. Come where with you? You get your answer.
Bro, they have nothing to do.
We are messed up.
But look, Platt, they had an 8-month-old. How do you? Oh man, how? It's not even something I could fathom, man. Yeah, man. You're right. He was weak. I just don't understand how. What? There's so many things you could use. You know how they make fun of people on welfare? Mm-hmm. You telling me they couldn't get welfare after they both got fired? Man, was he gonna go to jail?
Oh, no. Well, even if they was going to jail, they could have got welfare. Yeah, they could have got
true.
I've seen that, and you've seen it too. I've seen families on welfare. You know, 99% of it is single moms and kids, right? I've seen dudes in there. And also, no, dudes have told me, no, that's my daddy. He's married to her. No, I'm talking about a little kid going to school and stuff. Be like, who's that dude? That ain't no Mr. Willie. No, that's his daddy. I seen grown ass men in the projects. I knew the kid on the way to school. You stop by, you pick him up. Who's the guy? That's my daddy. Or you've been seeing him for like a year. You're a kid, right? He don't know you. You don't know him. You want to know. You think that's Mr. Willie or somebody. Who is that, Mr. Lee? Nah, that's my daddy. You be like, damn, they let families stay. So you know what I'm saying? You don't know that they'll let a whole family stay in the projects. You don't know that they will. Depends on the money. I don't know about this stuff where they kick the man out. They don't do that now. If you get married and you broke, you can stay in the projects.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta get on the list. You get on that list, you get in there, you're in there.
Expect it's a married couple with what, 5 kids. Yeah, I mean it was just a whole. I mean, yeah, you're gonna have to disappear because the friends and family and all of them is gonna look at you differently. How did this happen to your family? But you'll still be able to live.
They're gonna turn on you, but you got to be a man to know that's gonna happen.
Yeah, they're gonna turn on you, but it ain't like you and your family can't survive and then be able to get stronger another day. This is weird.
And truth, you married that woman for a reason.
Right.
You said, I do. I'll marry you. She said, let's get married. Y'all had 5 healthy babies. Healthy. 8-year-old. Y'all been around for a while. Everybody turned their back on you. And she was just as guilty as you with the committing the fraud. How your wife, she cannot lose faith in you. You need her to believe in you. Everybody else gonna turn their back on you.
Right.
Your friends, the people we used to work at and all that, your family. As a man, you got to be like, we'll just be together. We'll do what we got to do. And I've seen this. I've seen families in trailer parks. I've seen families in the projects. I've seen families in cars. They're together though.
Same here. I've seen families in the minivan, no windows tinted. I could see everybody in the car sleeping at night. Just like I've seen it. There's always a way, man. There's always a way.
Mm-hmm.
And man, this is.
You don't delete your entire family.
Yeah, you're right.
Then it's over money. It wasn't like she cheated or nothing. Not to say that would have been a legitimate reason. I'm just saying it's over money. You're gonna get money. You're gonna have money now.
There's always ways to make money, Platt. Always.
Yeah. I mean, this is why, as a man, if you run around here being weak, it's gonna come back to get you, man. And you got to learn how to take a loss. That's when they get into the whole snitching and all that. Niggas in the street and they get done up. Somebody get them and they lose 15, 20,000. They got to take that. They can't come out they can't come running up and all that, because then that'll fuck up everything else. As a man, you got to learn. You don't want them. Who said you wanted them? But they happen. You got to know how to take a loss, man. You can get fired. Okay, I got fired. You do it with dignity. You clean your desk out and you leave. They're going to look at you, the people that you work with, they're going to look at you because you getting fired. They're not getting fired because they're going to be looking. I've done it. I've seen people get fired, man. Motherfucker was mad. That dude was mad. I'm just looking at him saying, I'm glad it ain't me. I watched him run up out of there. Man walked out. You don't hear from my lawyer. You know how they do. God damn it. You don't hear from my lawyers, Larry. I've been putting up with the most. God damn it. You don't hear from my lawyer, Larry. You like, who's Larry? That's the dude. That's his name. You know, now they talking about Silverson. That's Mr. Silverson. That's his name, Larry.
You don't even call him that. He just uses his first name.
Now the people on top told him we gotta get rid of him. Gotta get rid of him. Gotta fire him. They tell you gotta do it. They be like, okay, you don't do it.
I ain't gonna lie now. See, situations like this, it's good to still have your connection back in the hood. I'm gonna say that too, right? Because sometimes depending on your situation, you might have to scramble in a direction you ain't planned on.
Man, you hate it, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Right, and you might be able to call your peoples and say, "Yo, I'm in this situation. I got you here. Take this. Do what you do."
And you know what? Truth, on some real shit. If you're a real nigga, right? And I know they say that a lot all on these YouTube channels. You're a real nigga. You're gonna take care of your fam.
No, exactly.
You're gonna make sure they straight and say, "Don't worry about it. I'll be back." Give me
I'll
a
be
couple of
back.
days. You'll come back with a rack, with a knot.
Yeah.
You'll come back with a knot of money. Say, there you go. She's gonna be like, where you get this at? Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. When you get, don't worry about it.
Don't worry
And then
about
you might have to do it again. And you think niggas be leaving on the weekend? No, niggas be leaving Sunday, coming back like Wednesday. Pop the knot, bounce again Thursday evening, come back Saturday, got another knot. Where you getting this from? Don't worry
You're a
about
real
it, man.
nigga. You're a real
We
nigga.
gonna,
You
yeah,
can run up. You can run up. You can make some money. If you really in the streets and you really about like you gonna take that chance. You
yeah.
can get the money. It's money to be made out here. Money to be made.
Here, this is how we want to say. If you take it seriously, there's money to be made. So
And that's what I'm
there's
saying.
ways of doing it.
And by that wife bearing, if that was my wife, she beared me 5 babies, you straight. Don't worry about it. Listen, you don't need to be a part of this anyhow. Look, you stay over your sister's house. Look, I give
With the
her sister
kids.
whatever I got a
Yeah.
couple of hundred. Say I got 2,000. I give her sister 1,000. I'll be back. I'll be back in a couple of days. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I go down there and do what I got to do, man. 2 things gonna happen. Either you're gonna see me on TV or you're gonna see me at the front door with the bag.
I'm sure they had property. There's all kind of things they could be. Property going up for sale. Her car going up for sale because she got a car. She got to stay home with the kids.
I wouldn't even worry
right?
about that. In the first 90 days, I ain't worried about the whips.
Well, no, I'm worried about the whips because that's cash flow.
If I was a medical technician and I got fired because I was cheating the hospital on my daycare, I'll take that lick. But both of us college educated. We got 90 days.
You're supposed to get another job.
Throwing our shit out, man. I can do something.
Yeah,
90 days. I can find something in 90.
Oh, you can. You're definitely right.
I can find another place too. I can find another place.
Yeah,
talk to the people down there. Say, hey, give us a minute on this, on the household goods. What I would have to do is get the kids, though. I would have to get rid of the kids for a while. They gotta go stay somewhere else.
That's why they just like you said, they go stay at their grandmama or her sister house with the kids. Because then if you liquidate the car, right? You only need, that's the cash you can give them while they're staying over there without having you have to pull out of whatever you got saved up. Because you only need one car at that point. Right?
You're right.
So fine, you got the car, you got some cash. At least you're looking good for the beginning of these first 90 days. Now you do exactly what you said. You got to find something because we got it. We gonna need it.
You can drive a truck. You can drive
all kind of stuff.
Hold up. Yeah. In 90 days, you can drive a cement truck. I think that's only like a week. And look, but remember, you graduated college, so you're a medical technician, right? You can't. Which I don't know that you can't do that. You can't work in your field at that hospital, right? But I bet you when you go to that cement trunk company and say, I got my degree, I bet you they hire you.
Well, like, not even that. If this happened in the first 90 days, you don't got no criminal charges that they fired you, you can literally go get a job at another place doing the same thing.
Yep. You go overseas.
You ain't got no record. Right. You ain't got no record. Not even overseas. The next county over. No record. And they're not tracking you getting fired like that. So yeah, this was weird. This one's weird.
This nigga was weak and he snapped. And see, look, what I'm saying is I'm in my life, I've had turmoil. And I can sort of sympathize with him because he didn't know what to do next. Something happened, he was not prepared for it. And he felt that the only way to deal with that is to do what he did. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, man. Life goes on. It may seem bad, but life goes on, man. There ain't no reason to do that. And don't do that to them kids, man. And you could tell your kids to their face, look, I ain't got no money. I'm sorry you was raised poor, but you still here. You got your home. Now go out there and make that money that you say I should have made. I'm waiting on you. That's all you got to say as a parent. Say, I did my best. I did my best. I ain't had no money. Okay, I ain't shit. Okay. Now go make your money. And then give them 5 years and look at them and say, okay, who ain't shit? You ain't got no money. You up here talking about me? You ain't got no kids and you ain't got no money. So what now? What you got to say now? You gonna rethink that position? But now, man, I know kids, these modern kids, you don't want to have them if you broke, man, because they real. Yeah, this world, the BT, the MTV, the social
Yeah, it's
media
rough.
now. Yeah, everybody gotta have money now.
I mean, there's ways around it though, Platt. Yeah, they need phones. You can get the EBT phones. They got them too. You need phones for the kids. They like having their phones. Fine. Uh, there are a lot of things. My youngest still believes that we're poor.
Mm.
Like she don't want to ask us for stuff. She's like, I know we don't have the money for it. I ain't gonna say it here, but if you see the kind of cars we drive, you would think my daughter is crazy. We just bought her a car, but she still thinks we're poor. Because when she was growing up and I was always working, there were certain things we couldn't have, like the snacks and stuff they see on TV. Well, it's not because we couldn't afford them. My wife just didn't like them eating that kind of stuff, the
Yeah,
sugary stuff, ice cream,
Sunny D.
pops, and all that.
I don't like Sunny
Yeah,
D. I've
we
never
drank fresh
understood.
juice.
I've never
Yes,
understood the Sunny D thing on TV. That shit nasty.
it tastes like milk but juice. It's weird. But we never had that stuff, so and we kind of just lived. We never lived in poor. Well, yeah, we did a few times. We lived in poor areas, but we always had everything together. My wife's a neat freak. She likes to keep everything orderly. She herself does not like to eat sweets, and she does not like to eat anything breadish. She stays away from that. So the whole
Mhm.
family stays away from that. So we don't be having cake and pie and stuff like that because she don't really like to eat none of that, and she don't think it's good for the kids. So they literally grew up not eating it. So my daughter just thought we just didn't have enough money for stuff because I'm always working. My wife was always working, and I always worked a lot of hours. So she just saw it as we ain't got no money. Even though now I don't work like that anymore. I get paid a lot more than I used to. But she still think, and she's coming of age. She doesn't ask us for money when she needs stuff from school. She only comes to us when she needs like, hey, I'm in this program and they tell me I gotta pay dues. Do you have enough money for? She'll literally ask it this way, Pat. Do you have enough money for this? And me and my wife look at each other like, why would you ask us if we have enough money? It's like $30. Why wouldn't we? And she's like, I just want to make sure, because things might be tight. And I'm like, do you live tight?
Yeah, and we've gotten away from this, and I believe me, I know we're not going to change. Right, we're in the age of social media, and everything's governed by social media. Um, but it used to be a time. I know you guys don't know it, you don't believe it, you don't even know it, you can't even imagine it. There was a time when a man could be dirt poor,
hmm
and he would get on his knees every night for them 5 kids, them that eight-year old, 7-year old, 5-year old, 2-year old, and eighth-month-year old. He'd get on his knees in that little house with his wife, not much, and he pray to God and thank God for his blessing. What's his blessing? Taking care of them kids.
Yep.
Nah, he ain't got no money, but you know what he do? He raised them as best he can. They never see him drunk. He certainly don't hit his wife. All they see is a working man. So as they become of age into adulthood, they remember daddy. Daddy would get out in the snow. Daddy would fix that car. Daddy worked hard. I ain't never saw my daddy drink. I ain't never saw my daddy lazy. All I saw was a hardworking man. And he said, I wanted to lead that example. It used to be that's all we cared about. Fuck all this, a big watch on our hand and a hoodie, walking around with a hoodie over our head. Those are niggas. We
Those
used to
was
be,
niggas.
yeah, we used to be men. We used to be black men. We used to be proud. And this used to be something, you lose a job like this, you, your wife, and your kids, y'all do what you got to do, man. And I'm not saying you need to do anything illegal. I'm saying if it takes, y'all got to go stay with a family member for a while. And if it takes, you got to get a cheap house. But you know what? The most important thing is those kids. And you said, well, you know what? I raised my kids. You're right. I'm a bum. You're right. I ain't shit. You're right. I ain't got no money. I don't. But you know what? I gave my kids the best life I could. And I promise you, brother, you don't have to, I don't even have to say that. Watch them flourish. Watch them flourish. It's these niggas in the suburbs, kids who's the thugs. We like to put that on the ghetto all the time. We love to hang that on the ghetto. It's the suburb motherfuckers that got the thug kids. They got the whole kid daughter.
Yep.
It's them.
It's true.
Them. The people in the hood don't be doing that. Not maybe
It's
when
true,
they become adults, they do it. But as kids, them some of the best kids out there, man. They don't do none of that. They don't be doing none of that. Them the main ones that be getting straight A's. The guys, everybody love them. They be doing everything they supposed to do. It's the suburbs, the couple of streets over. Those are the ones who have all of that wannabe thug and all that stuff. I'm not going to say that. I almost said something. Go ahead.
But it's true. Now you 100% right.
About my first piece of but go ahead. It came from the suburbs. It came from the suburbs. My first piece came from the suburbs. I'm talking about nice shit. Pool in the back, motherfucker. Pool in the backyard.
I had the privilege of living in both worlds growing up. We grew up in the hood. I grew up in Hollis, Queens. But my pops made enough dough to send me to private school in Long Island. So every day I got to wear a uniform and go to school with my hood friends, supposedly hood friends, see me go to school, go into a private school, my uniform, come back home from school, finish my homework, go out and play with my hood friends. Did that my whole life. I saw the craziest things happening with them kids that was in the suburbs than the kids that was in the hood.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The hood kids, they was doing, some of them, not even a lot of them, a small portion of them went into the drug game or the hustling game. A small portion of the girls was out there doing their thing. But in the suburbs, they was doing all kind of stuff. The girls, the dudes, and with extreme stuff, extreme criminal stuff.
They're doing it now. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's the extreme criminal stuff. When I got older in my 20s and I moved to Florida, coming to college, I was linking up with dudes that lived in Boca Raton, but was stealing cars. Boca Raton don't have no poor area. If your family live in Boca Raton, they not poor. I would my homeboys would connect me with. I would meet these dudes, i.e., them folk, young dudes who had connections for getting car parts and all kind of stuff. Come to find out, they out there stealing cars just because it's fun.
Yeah.
And they did it, and they saw they could make a lot of money on their own, and they didn't have to rely on their parents. So that's the only reason why they doing it. They don't come from a poor family. Their family wouldn't have told them no and not giving them any money. They just doing it because of the thrill.
I remember it. I was in the hood. We was playing football, pickup football. No pads, none of that. I was in the hood, and all of a sudden, this Cadillac came down, and then it jumped off the street into the field, the football field. Big old brand new Cadillac, and all of a sudden, a cop car was behind it. I'm talking about this is my introduction to Black America. I'm a little kid. Other than that, I'm just a little kid doing what a kid do. Looking at Sesame Street, being a kid. So I'm out there playing football, and I look up, and this big old Cadillac, brand new, right? Way better than the car we had, right? That thing was brand new. That thing was so pretty. That thing was sparkly too, man. It was metallic. Them lights was jumping off, and a nigga jumps out of it. Car still going forward. The nigga just jumped out like you jump in a pool, and then rolled and then took off. Nigga just took off. He just took off running while the car was running. So the cops had to come behind the car, jump out the car, catch up with that car, sat in the car, stop it. By that time, that nigga was low go. That nigga was gone.
Well, yeah. He's set it up properly though. Y'all gonna have to deal with that. Y'all ain't coming after me.
So that was my introduction to the Black community. I said, what? So I'm looking at that, right? And the police said, "But it's a crime scene," so they came and they put tape around the car, and we had to stop the football game. And then we just, we just expelled, and they wrote it down and all of that. And we knew the nigga. This the thing. This the thing. I know damn right. I know that nigga. I know that nigga mama. I know that nigga daddy. I know that nigga cousin. I know exactly what that nigga say. I knew everything about them. They didn't ask us nothing though. I mean, they didn't say, "Did y'all know it?" They just said, "Hey, y'all got to end this game." And I saw dude in the mall. I just said, "Hey, man, just doing this thing." The nigga told the car, like, "Nigga, you still in cars?"
He's showing them all. Hey.
Yeah, no, he was cool, man. We talking about a different day. We talking about a different day.
Yeah, I know,
I'm talking about a day when I was young, when I was like 15, man, motherfuckers, they took care of me. I'm saying, like, if anybody from my neighborhood saw me, you might as well say I'm with them. I'm there on my own. I'm at the mall shopping on my own. If somebody from my neighborhood there, you might as well say I'm with them. Next thing I know, I'm walking with them. I'm going everywhere with them. Next thing you know, I'm getting in the car. I walked up there. I'm getting in the car. Come on, baby. I don't even know these people. I just know they're in the same neighborhood. They taking me home. I didn't ask for. I'm like, man, this is a crazy world. I ain't asked for nothing. They felt obligated because I was from. They took me home. Where you at? Where you at? And then she would say something like, "I know your mama, baby. Yeah, I went to school with your mama." And I'd take a name. My mom would say, "I don't know who the hell it is." And I was like, "Damn!" But they gave me a ride. So, but we don't live in a world like that no more. We live in a world where you weak. The first sign of trouble, you do the most. That's the same thing when these women break up with these dudes, or these dudes break up with these women. The first sign of trouble, what do? You want to go get your pistol. What the woman want to do? You want to call up your bro. You want to call up your ex. The nigga say he trying to move on. Now you want to call your ex up on him. He over here. He said you ain't shit. He right here. He right here. I'm on my way. We messed up, man.
There's got to be something more to this, though, Platt. I mean, it can't be they just lost their job. Did he owe money to the mob? Like, it couldn't have just been we both lost our jobs because I was messing with the paperwork. That couldn't have just been it.
Yeah, that was it. No, he lost his job because of they had a child care for low income people. And he didn't fit in there, but he forged names and he put his kids in there. And they had been in there, so they had to do an audit, right? So they looked at the funds and they saw that he had forged his name and it was going to his kids. So they sent the paperwork and they had to verify it. And once they verified it, they fired him. They fired him, and then he had $15,000 in back taxes. And I guess he didn't think he could. No, I can be honest with you, man. I can sort of sympathize with him. He probably went to college, got married young, had a family, always been working in that hospital field. He don't probably understand that life goes on without that job. He probably don't see himself being able to do anything but that job. His whole life was about, we're going to retire in the hospital field. And now he got to deal with the world outside of that, and he don't know how to function. So no, I can see it. And then they're young. They're young though. They're young. He wasn't, but they were. He was 40.
No, Platt. No, he already no. I was rocking with what you was just saying until you just told me his age. No, Platt. No, man. No, player. That I can't. For a man of 40 years old that grew up he grew up here, or maybe he transplanted here from somewhere else.
I don't know.
If he grew up here, none of what happened to them would have caused that. Right? It would have caused him to go into some other directions, and maybe he would have made things worse for himself going in some of them other directions. But not this. This would never be the scenario for a 40-year-old man who's been married, got 5 kids. His kids are too young. He had his first kid when he was like 30. So that means he
Yeah.
went from 18 to 30.
32.
Yeah,
So 30 probably. So that means she's 31. So he was dating her when she was what, 20?
right.
Yeah, he was dating her at 2020. So he got his wife. Let's think about it. He's a medical technician. He's graduated college. He probably was the one who told his wife to get in that field.
More than likely.
Yeah, so she graduated too. She doing the same job. He got her young. And what I'm saying, the only problem in this was he was weak as a man. That's the problem. You can't be weak, man. You can't look at life like that. It don't, everything didn't go the way I want it. Well, sometimes it don't. What are you going to do? You going to make the adjustments?
Listen, I would go along with your suggestion of, maybe he didn't know, blah blah blah. If they were, it's like 30, right? If they was married, they had all these kids, but they was 10 years younger. He was 31, she was 22, something like that. I could say, maybe he didn't know or they didn't experience enough, blah blah blah. Even then, I have a hard time going along with that. This man had enough life experience to recover from this situation. You couldn't be a black man in America and not be.
But that's
even the rich ones, Platt. Even the rich
you
ones.
got to be as a black man or as a man. Period. You got to have a thick skin.
Yeah.
People are going to say a lot about you. Things are going to happen that don't go the way you want them to go. And also because you're a man, especially a black man, you can't do the fit stuff. If you have a fit, they're going to lock you up.
Yes.
You could be at the job and watch 3-4 people get fired and they tear the damn whole the back wall down. They kick and scream and curse and threaten. And you watch them people just get walked out, nothing done. As a black man, if you try that, they'll have a SWAT team come down on you, brother.
Yep. So you already know he had to understand what the situation was and how he was living to get to this point. And this was the only something's up here, man. Something's missing that we don't know about. Because this don't sound this ain't enough. I'm sorry.
I don't know why you're trying to make it make sense. He's just he's not a man.
He's not, but even our cowards don't respond to things like this.
True. Can you do 3 years? I'm being for real right now. The way you've been living, can you do a 3-year bid right now down there at Rikers?
Yeah, I could.
You'll go in there, you'll assimilate, you'll be dealing, do what you got to do to survive as far as, you got to be a part of the people down there now. You could go down there and do that?
Yeah, I could.
And you can come out after 3 years, you'll do it, you'll be straight?
Oh yeah, I'll be able to recover real easy. If I did it with the knowledge and experience I have now, definitely. Maybe not at 20, 22, 25, but with the knowledge and experience I have now, yeah.
But see, what you don't have is a fear of that. What he had is a fear of that because he don't see an end of that. Neither one of them see. Neither one of them can, from where their perspective, they can't imagine living on the other side of that. You sort of follow where I'm going with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's built his world in the medical field. He's graduated. Matter of fact, he got a wife. He guided her to do the same thing. They made a careless mistake. They got caught. They don't understand that life goes on. And that's where he made his mistake. As a man, don't think like this, man. As a man, life goes on, man. Don't let because somebody talk about you. Who cares, man? Let them say what they want. Just focus on your kids, man. Just focus on your kids. Hold up. And I'm the only nigga that's been saying. I've been seeing these other niggas say what I say. you have healthy kids. You don't have to have sex for the rest of your life. What do you think sex is for? It's to produce kids. It's also produce healthy kids. You got 5 healthy kids. You don't have to have sex with nobody for the rest of your life. Just live your life, man. Stay healthy. Watch your kids grow. Watch them come of age. That's what your joy is. Forget TV, forget YouTube. Just raise your family. But we've discounted that so much that we'll do shit like this because we got to be perfect. We got to have money. We got to have everything. We got to have this and that. And when you don't have it, it's the end of the world. That's the same thing with the women. My man get fired, I'm going to leave him. You need to think twice about that, young lady. Think about it. Can you find another like him? Why did you marry him to begin with? For his money, can you find another man with money? You older now, can you? You make that bed, you got to lie in it. Now, I've been trying to tell these women all day, you need to be with a nigga like Platt. I'm going to turn you on. As far as the money be all right, it ain't going to be big like that. I ain't buying no $3,000 bracelet. But, you know, I'll be there. I'm going to hit them switches. And that's what women need to be fucking with. And you niggas, y'all listen to your woman tell you to delete yourself and her because your money, y'all got to get rid of that woman, man. That's a woman that you need to be in a straitjacket. Wait a minute, so because I lost my job, you talking about do what? Because I lost a job? And we ain't like that no more. We used to be like that though, man. We used to be like that, man.
Platt, man, every time one of us lost our job, like after the first time it happened, because it happened multiple times, downsized, the job closed up, got fired, or several reasons, right? After it happened the first time, we basically developed a protocol we didn't even have to discuss. You get fired, right? You wait 2 weeks. You wait 2 weeks, apply for unemployment. First thing you do. You gotta wait the 2 weeks, file for unemployment, get the unemployment checks flowing in. If you want to do some education, like if you wanted to go back to college for school for something or anything, a program, a certification, this is the time to do it. We start talking about, is there anything else I want to do or learn or be about or take? No, you're just going to start looking for a new job. Fine, you start looking for a new job. All right, let's say unemployment. You can't find a new job. You go to interviews and ain't working out. Unemployment ain't working. Money's short because unemployment done. What do? Well, we file for, because now that we got one income, you go ahead and file for the welfare or WIC or whatever's in your area. Sometimes local counties have programs themselves that you don't have to use those, right? You go ahead and use that. You go ahead and take the healthcare option if your healthcare at your job is too expensive on one income, because you still qualify for the healthcare program. Different states, they got the name for it, but you can still qualify for if the income too low and your family size too big. You can get that so nobody can be sick and dead while you're still trying to cover rent. You might have to give up a car. You might have to sell your car, get a smaller car. You might, but you'll be fine. It just became normal, right? Because that's something we had to deal with, and we figured ways of overcoming it. And at that point in time, it worked for that particular situation. We were able to keep building, keep projecting. Every time I actually lost my job, as well as my wife, the next job we got, we made more money. We got better pay.
Do you hear that? Hold on, well, check this out, though. Check this out. Don Romero says the loss of a job that God doesn't want you at is just the beginning of something very new and something very powerful. Yeah, he didn't see that.
Yeah.
He didn't see that. That was opportunity. That was preparation. It was trying to take him out of that to do something even better for him. But he overreacted, man. And this is what you get. Look, shout out to G.A. Hamilton for the $2 holler, man. Shout out. Listen, life is hard. And I see that the social media got everybody messed up, man. Life hard, man. Social media, everybody got money. All the women
Yeah.
ain't got no body fat. The filters, are all the women beautiful.
Nobody said.
Everybody perfect on social media. And we pattern our life like that. And then when bad things happen, we don't want to go through that bad, man. You got to go through that bad, man. You got to go through it, man. You can't go by what somebody else is doing. You can't go. You gotta go by what you doing. This man right here, I'm so sad. I wish I would have known him. I do. I wish I'd have known this dude. I'm like, yo, bro. I said that shit at the company. Give a fuck. They would have fired him in front of me, and he was been acting like that. I was like, what you doing, man? No, man. Shit. What am I gonna do next, man? What am I gonna do? What you mean? What you gonna do next? You gonna do what you? I'm gonna find another job. I don't know, man. I don't know if I even want to be here no more. Get your mother. Yeah, I probably would have whooped his ass then, though. Because, that's just, bro. Now you just tripping. You going to get fired, man. Everybody, I don't know about Troop. I've been fired.
I've been fired.
Yeah, I've been fired. It was not pleasant.
I've been fired multiple ways. I've been fired because somebody set me up. I've been fired because they laid me off. I've been fired because I wasn't doing a good job.
I got fired by a black woman with braids, with them thick.
That's what you remember about her?
With the hood rat braids. I was working, and she said I wasn't working fast enough. And I said, what? She said, I'm sorry, baby, you not work fast enough. I said, okay. She let me go. They paid me for like 5 hours. I said, I'll take it. I didn't want to work there anyhow because that's good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them. Good
Right.
for them.
Yeah.
No, good for them. I was happy for them, man.
Listen, man, it's part of it's what most people fail to realize is that they think that, going to college and getting a good job is going to happen if you do one, right? You go to college, you're supposed to get out of college and get a good job. But then the rest of us who actually went to college and thought we can just get out and get a good job came to realize they didn't teach us in college what we needed to get and maintain a good job, right? So then you had to get out here, scramble, learn on the fly, pick things up, maybe have a mentor or a peer that help fill you in on some of the gaps you got. And then once you get to where you supposedly need to be at, you're not going to be happy with that level that you did all this work to earn. If some people like me, once you get there, you're like, well, I feel like these niggas should pay me more. Well, they're not going to pay me more, so that means I need to get a better job, which means I either need to get a promotion, I need to go work for a stronger company, yeah. I need to have a skill that these niggas going to pay me for.
Yeah, you're right there. You're making a great point. As a man, you're always trying to do better. When you look at our president, right? Look at Elon Musk. They could do that if they wanted to. They could go sit on their ass for the rest of their life and not worry about. But you notice they still working, right? As a man, it's just healthy to always aspire to do better. Whatever you have, do better. Whatever you have, do better. You have to aspire to do better. That's what when you wake up, what do you wake up to do? You don't wake up to watch Jennifer Hudson. You wake up to do better as a man. Why? For your family. Why? That's just the best way to be. You could always take days off. Oh, you want to do something for the next 3 days. Okay. Bye. We'll see you when you get back. But you need to be doing something all times. I don't care how much money you have. And that's what happened with him. He decided to do the wrong thing. He shouldn't have done that. Somebody gassed him up. He said, hey, I don't pay nothing for my hospital care. I do it through the hospital. I just lie on the form. See, he shouldn't have done that. He should have known me and my wife, we can't take no jail time. The nigga who was telling him that probably done time. You got to see, that's what I'm saying as a man. You got to know that. Nah, bro, that ain't me, bro. I don't want to be down there. That's you. I don't want to be down there. He get fired. Probably his fam. He embarrassed himself. He embarrassed his fam. He was at the moment of frustration and outrage, and then he snapped and he did something you can't return to. Ain't that something, man? Ain't that terrible, man? All of that money too. They'd be a million. If they were both alive right now, they had 5 kids, they would be millionaires. They got an 8-year-old. That little boy would have been grown up right now, the son of 2 parents who make over $1 million a year. But because they got wrong, he didn't he passed away. He was deleted.
And that's the other thing, Platt. As a parent, at a certain point in time, the switch turns in your head, meaning, you know, all the successes that I desire for myself, some of that starts to change to, okay, I got to give to my kids to put them in a situation to be successful, right? And for me, as I was getting older as a father and my kids were getting older, that switch started to turn more from me and sorry, less from me and more to them, right? And now I'm at this age right now where, you know, the curtain could be pulled on me in another 10 to 15 years. But my main focus right now, I'm half and half. I'm still focused on my own career and trying to push forward. But a lot of my energy goes into making sure my kids are set up for successful futures themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I gather as I get older, it's going to lean more towards them versus me. But that's something else. But your kids got to be alive to have some success, right? So my last, you know, how some people, you know, will take their own life, and I never really understood that because I'm like, well, what about my kids? That would never cross my mind because I'd be like, then what's gonna happen to my kids? What's gonna happen to my wife, right? If I'm pushed so hard where I think this is an out, am I thinking to myself, forget about them? I don't care. No, I care because everything I do in my life is for their benefit and for them to be prepared to be successful. So how he can take this step is just I completely don't understand it. Because
Yeah.
for my kids to be successful, they got to be here. And not only do they got to be here, somebody has to teach them how to be successful.
Somebody,
Right?
that's what I'm saying. Even then, that's what I'm saying. If that's the last thing you do, man, you gotta raise them right. You gotta make sure they straight so that they can navigate all these obstacles in their life. And that's one of the, but you got to be strong, man. You listen to me. You're gonna be criticized. Listen to me. If I'm talking to my son and he's 13 and I get fired and I tell him, well, you can't go to basketball camp like I promised you. And he said, well, why? I said, I'm sorry, we don't have the money. I got fired. It's your fault. Yeah, you're exactly right. It's my fault. Now that's why we get into the kids and money thing. Because you if you guys don't know, you will know. You really can't be broke and have kids. But you're telling him that, right? Let him go. You damn right he's gonna be mad, right? You got to just show him you're a good man, though. And how you show him you're a good man? You just work, man. You work. You work. You support everything he do. You work. You work. You work. If you do day labor, do day labor. If you drive a cement truck, drive a cement truck. If you do white collar, do white collar. You sell insurance, sell insurance. You work. Every day that boy see you work. I don't care what he think about you. He work. You work. You work. You work. He say, I don't like you no more. You disappointed me. You say, okay. But you know what? In the face of that, you work, you work, you work. He's going to grow up and become a man because of you, because of the way you handle that. He's a boy. He don't know any better. He's going to get on his emotions. He's going to say fucked up shit. But as a man, you don't become him. You just take responsibility. You're right, son. Son, you're right. You're exactly right. Well, you're going to do your best to make sure he's straight. And that's how you do that. You don't fucking go out here and get no pistol and pop yourself. That's weak. That's bitch shit. That ain't how no man handle his problems, man. Handle your problems. And once that,
That's
yeah, once
that's
that
worse
man,
than weak.
yeah, once he hit 18, 19, and we had a big, we're going to do something on that. Because we had a big conversation about what's grown. Is 18 grown or is 21 grown? Let me
I
ask
say
you that
18
too,
is
Taylor.
grown.
Which one's grown?
I say 18 is grown.
But you can't even buy a beer.
But you could buy a gun.
But you can't buy a beer.
True, but you could buy a gun and you could vote. That's good
That's
enough
all
to
you
prove
need.
that you grown.
All you need is a
That's all you
pistol.
need. Pistol and the right to vote. There's two of your rights in the Constitution. That means you are grown.
Wow. There you go. Truth teller. We're gonna do a podcast on that. Give me a chance to do some research. Because I don't agree with that. I don't think that 18 is grown. I think 21 is grown. I think 18 is legal if you talk about, things like of that nature, but that's not grown. You ain't grown at 18. We're gonna tackle that down like we
Yeah,
do over. You know how we do.
yeah. We could
Put
shut
a
up
one
that.
put a one in the chat if you want us to talk about that, man. You want us to knock that out. He said, you don't need a beer. But still, you can't have a beer. How you grown and you can't enjoy all the things in America? My one's that, man, because we might have to go a different way. We might have to get back on Anton.
That
we,
nigga.
we might have to make some more Antons.
You know what's crazy, that I don't even like Anton. I ain't never watched none of his stuff, but I be watching your shows about him, man. I be dying. You be on point. It's hilarious. It looked like
we,
a comedy show at this point. It really do. His whole situation looked like a straight. It looked like something from how Fridays used to be, or Saturdays evenings used to be. TGI Friday.
Hey, he said a hot dog, man.
That was crazy.
We might have to do the hot dog, man.
That was crazy.
They didn't like that. They didn't like the hot dog.
That was hilarious. I was like, this nigga's in the hot dogs. And you be bringing up some points, man. I keep telling y'all this. Listen, man, black conservatives. I'm gonna go in on black conservatives. They not conservative because everything they talk about has nothing to do with conservatism, right? They only touch on things that look conservative, like religion and laws. But then when you start talking to them, they be like they liberals, man. They're not conservative.
Yeah, most black conservatives are liberals.
But it's funny to hear him talk. So yeah, when you be pointing this out,
Jesse Lee Peter. Most black conservatives are liberals.
Yeah,
they're liberals who have a lot of conservative opinions. But if you look at the Democrats, do you know that you can be a conservative Democrat? I know you guys don't understand that. You can be a conservative Democrat. A lot of the things that they believe in as conservatives, you can be a Democrat and believe in those things. There's just things socially. It's called fiscal conservative, social Democrat. Well, we know in the age of Trump, fiscal conservatism is over, right? But it's always been social democrat, fiscal conservative. That's always been a politician's man. That's all of them. Fiscal conservative, social democrat.
It's how they play both sides of the fence, right? And then publicly they'll just say they're liberal, or publicly they'll say they're conservative, but they're actually a little bit of both and neither most of the time.
You can't be a black Democrat and you're against racism. You just can't.
Right.
You can't be a black. You can't say you're. I mean, my fault. I meant
black Republican. Yeah. Black conservative.
Be a black Republican and conservative, and you are quote unquote against racism because that's a part of what they do. Now that don't mean they're going to do it to you, but what I'm saying is the voters. They're going to discriminate against the voters. That's what they do. They're going to take all the resources in those communities and allocate them in the white communities. Does that mean every white person? No, but they're going to move it to that side of town. They're going to strip the minorities or the black neighborhoods. They're going to strip them. You know it and I know it. Potholes, houses look like trash. property value low, then you go to the suburbs, the white neighborhoods, right? And there's some black people there. Money, everything clean, lawns, beautiful. Everybody got a beautiful lawn. No potholes, malls clean. You know what I'm saying? So we got to stop playing with that, man. We got to stop playing. We keep playing with that. I don't know why we playing with it. But let me tell you something too. As a black man, you can't let the society listen to me, black man. Once you acquire a family, your family is your responsibility. You keep talking about America. You don't need America. If you want to get on a boat, you want to get on a boat, out of here, a plane, get out of here and raise your family. Your responsibility is to raise your family. Trying to get white folks to like you, don't waste your time with that. Raise your kids, man. Raise a family. Be that dude that's back in the back and his 15-year-old son want to talk to you. He want to talk to his daddy. You rarely talk to him. What you need, boy? That's what you need. That's worth more than gold. That's worth more than all that little job loss. That's worth more than that.
You ain't lying.
Yeah. You living your life, man. You helping, you learning, you teaching. That's how you live, man. You don't live whine. See, that's another thing too about being a bitch nigga. First time heat come on, you start whining. Ah! That ain't how it go, man. Stand on
Your
that
job
shit, man.
your job is to find a solution. That's all it ever is. No matter what's happening, your job is to find a solution. That's just literally how it is for manhood.
And you know, I'm the only nigga that was talking about it. Me, Platinum. I said,
Wow.
I feel fucked up with these young ladies who drive for Uber out here in this winter bringing me food.
Yeah, I remember.
I was the only one that was talking about it.
You
I was the only one.
You was. You were the only one.
Said these young, beautiful, young little ladies, college girls, out here blowing out their transmissions, wiggling, wagging, and slipping and sliding, bringing me my food, man. And niggas come up here saying it was all right. No, it wasn't. I wasn't. I then ain't I now. Come on, man. Come on, man. We don't need to be doing that.
It's true. I agree with you 100%. But you do realize everything that you saw talking to that young lady. Yes, was it? Yes, yeah, it was yesterday. Trying to help her. That's the reason why a lot of them is in that situation you saw with getting your food delivered in them snowstorms. They walk into it willingly.
We learned the hard way. And you know what? And what you know what, Truth? And what's not talked about with her, and hold on, let me show this because we was talking about her. We're gonna pull this up. Hold up, right here. What's not talked about with Vixen Doll, which nobody wants to talk about, which I'll talk about. She won't let the pipe alone.
Right.
I don't care that she can talk all that stuff about her man bad and all that. What leave him alone? She can't leave him alone.
No.
She can't leave him alone. But she's 20 years old and she want to get piped out constantly. And that's why you're going to have problems with men. I've been telling her that. I tried to tell her. I said, that's why you need to back up off these men because these dudes, you messing these niggas' heads up. And then you get mad when they want to fight you.
Right.
They don't know nothing but fight. They know two things. They know fight, fuck.
That's it.
That's it. And once they're done with the smashing, what you think they're going to do next?
They going to fight. What you mean? A plus B. Gotta have B.
We trying to tell them, man. We trying to help, man. We trying to help.
It's just so what I saw, and I was gonna come up, but I got leave. I was doing something else. But the way she talked about it is kind of similar to how this dude acted, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
The way she talked about her situation and was complaining about how bad it was. And, everybody was trying to tell her you need to straighten up because everybody could see these are things that almost everybody goes through and can recover. Now, one positive thing about her, she's going through it early. 20 years old is pretty early to be going through this kind of situation where you're homeless and you got dudes swinging and all this kind of stuff. Like, well, what were you doing before you turned 18 that led you to this? But her response to the situation is just relaxing it. And that's this dude right here.
But
his response to his situation was to resign to it and just,
No. Let me ask you a question, Truth. Real talk. She's 20 years old. She's very active sexually with the men she sleeps, with the men she chooses. Can you blame her? She's 20 if she's sort of addicted to the pipe.
I mean, yeah, Platt, that's like saying I can't blame an alcoholic. Of course you can. This is their addiction. So they're responsible for it.
But she's young. But hold up. But what if she enjoys male companionship and she lets dudes hit like they married all the time, and in that process she's developed an addiction? Can you blame her brother?
Yes, because she could get addicted to a better type of dude. That's what the major problem.
I can't blame her, man. No, I mean,
I can blame her because
it's not working out for her. But damn,
it's not.
That's for all you women out there. That's for the next woman. Y'all get out here and y'all get addicted to that pipe. Y'all gonna have y'all gonna have a swole face. Y'all gonna be broke. Y'all gonna be broke. Y'all gonna be mad. Your people done turned on you. Y'all better be careful with that, because a lot of sisterhood, a lot of women, y'all, the right dude, start tapping that thing, y'all give it up. Y'all give up the information to everything. You know what I'm talking about. I seen you lay back. You lay back, you put your arms back, you bury your head in that pillow. You know what I'm saying? You latch on to the nigga. You don't let the nigga out. And then you turn around and complain about the nigga. Y'all better I don't know what to say, man. I'm gonna try to help, man, as much as I can, but it might.
I think you should. Yeah, I think you should. And you tried, Platt. Maybe somebody listening take the advice. Everybody was trying to help that was on the panel, even Jacob. Everybody was trying to help.
Let me assess. Jacob was no help. How about that? He tried, but he was no help.
He was showing her how bad it could be, right? So it was a little bit of help, right? That's kind of how I took it. But
Jacob came to buy.
Yeah,
Jacob came to buy. That's why he was up there. He wasn't trying to help nothing.
He was doing that for
he was trying to purchase.
He was profiling the whole time. I was dying. I was dying. But she's not gonna. They were right. She's not gonna listen to the advice, because in order for her not to be where she is, so it didn't take a lot of work for her not to be where she is. It took a lot of work for her to get to where she is. Most people don't recognize that. When people get to this kind of situation, it's not like, there's just some happenstance that make you fall into it. There were practices, behaviors, and actions that went into leading you to where you are now, especially at the age of 20, right? Because if she's 20 and she's halfway cute, she's slim, she's going to have dudes hollering at her. Why wouldn't you just go to a college campus and have a better shot there, right? Or why wouldn't you go into a place where there are better quality of men? They're gonna shoot their shot. Now, how the relationship turns out is still on you and how you work it. But you may be able to get better quality men. They may still put their hands on you, they may not, but you can still take a shot at getting better quality. But you choose a lower quality dude and you lay up with him, right? Lay up with him as if you're his wife, which is absurd. And obviously she doesn't know what being a wife is, but she likes the attention she gets when she's partaking in that kind of activity. So therefore, she likes to keep doing it. Fine.
And life is simple. Life is simple, man. You guys complicated. You're
Yes.
married. You got 5 healthy kids. Guess what? 75% of life is over for you. I'm talking about you don't have to really do it much. All you got to do now is take care of the kids. You don't have
Right.
to date. You don't have to run up behind nobody.
Body. Mm-hmm.
You done got your wife. You built her up. You helped her get a good job like you. All you got to do is go home, man.
Yep. Maintain the respect of your family. That's it.
Okay, they charging you $500 a week, or they charging you they probably charge you $200 a week for child care. And y'all say we could steal it. Well, we ain't stealing it. You know why? Because I'm gonna build something from this. We'll do better. This is the beginning.
Right.
He's a hospital technician, a medical technician. All you got to do then is left up. Say, I'm trying to become a doctor. He didn't
His
want to do
wife
that.
could open her own daycare.
There you go. You can tell her to
She ain't
quit.
got no job. She open her own daycare.
You can. You smart. You can. And then you take the system and you get approved and you get all them contracts. You're a minority contractor. You get all that money coming in to you. And now, guess what? You say you live in College Park. All the kids go where? To your daycare. So all these bitch niggas who be on that hating shit, guess what? They kids go to your wife.
Right.
And then niggas got to think twice about it. You still on that hating shit? Guess what? They got to change up for you. You know why? They kids go to your daycare. And that's your wife. And you know, your wife is teaching them how to read and how to write. And you in the streets on that bullshit, and they be like, yeah, okay. Your kid ain't gonna be able to know how to read and write though, nigga. When we get your kid back, your kid gonna be failing, nigga. Your kid gonna get a fucking F in the first grade, nigga. You got some dumbass kids, nigga. They gonna come home with their homework all read. 2 times 2 is 7. You're gonna be looking stupid too, man, saying, damn, what's going on? Yeah, man, you know what? You can do that. And people doing it right now, man. You can
They do it right now.
live your best life, man. We got to get out of the ghetto and the hood. And we look at the thugs online. You see every time you look at Twitter, you see a bunch of thugs. Black people are better than that, man.
But it's even right. Most people think hoods and thugs and all of that is most of our community, when it's a significant small portion of our community. Most black people don't come from impoverished neighborhoods, right? Lower middle class is most of us, right? Not that many black people actually live in the hood, in the projects, in the neighborhood surrounding the projects. Not a lot of us have lived there, right?
No, it's a lot of us there. It's a whole lot of us.
Oh no, compared to the rest of the population.
Around a housing project is a whole. Now, I will agree. There are some white families. I'd say probably 3%.
No, I'm not saying as far as the amount of black people. I'm not talking about black versus any other kind of people. I'm talking about black people of our entire population, the amount of us that live in those areas. It's not a lot of us. Now, a lot of us are in those areas because those are our areas. But as far as the overall group of people, most black people don't live there.
Wow.
They don't live that life. They don't.
That's something I don't know about. I got to dispute that one.
Check the numbers.
I got to dispute that. I got to dispute that. Most black people do live in those areas, those lower middle income property is somewhere, say a block away from a housing project. Most black people live in those areas.
Let me ask you, how many poor black
Hold up.
neighborhoods you think
That's where
exist?
where your wing shops are. You got Ray's Wings. It's always going to be in an area like that. Housing project and a bunch of black suburban type people. You got
Listen,
Leroy's Gospel, the church. That's all that's in the black community. I disagree, bro. I couldn't disagree more.
listen.
You ain't
I
gonna
live in
find
a
you're not gonna find no Leroy's Gospel in the white community.
No, you're not. But I got Wingstop and Popeyes in my community, and my community is majority white. So,
That's a
uh,
glorified version of everything I said.
no. But what I'm trying to point out
Wingstop
to you
is a
is,
wing shop. Wingstop ain't nothing but a wing
I
shop.
know you gave raise. I know. What I'm trying to say is, there's not enough black neighborhoods for the entire black population to live in. There's not enough space. Even half of our population couldn't live only in these areas. That's what I was about to ask you. Do you even know how many black cities that are poor exist in the United States? It's
I
not
don't.
even double
I,
digit. It's
yeah, I
not even
don't know
double
that.
digits in the hundreds. I've looked it up. It's not even double digits in the hundreds. The majority of our first of all, the majority of our population isn't poor. People, they talk about the unemployment rate. What
It's
they
not
don't
by
look at
much.
is,
No, wait a minute. It's not by much. No. You
Mhm.
saying poverty level, right?
Yeah,
It's like 51%. Bullshit. Don't tell me it's more than that. It's not.
we half of our population. We have 45 million people, so we'll say 20 million. So you're saying there's enough space in the hoods of America to house 20 million people. New
They're
York
doing
City,
it.
New
They're
York
doing it.
City doesn't even New York City itself doesn't even have 20 million people in it.
No.
New York City.
Why would they all be in New York City? But yeah,
I'm not
no.
saying that. I'm trying to give you a comparison of a count of people, how
It's
huge
a
New
lot
York
of
City is.
brother, black community
Listen to
is
me, Platt.
listen to me.
Listen
Hold
to
on,
me.
no. Hold on. When you start talking about money, $500,000 homes, you're right. It's a significant amount of black people who do have money. I'm not
We're
even
in
trying
the
to back up.
lower
I'm not
middle
trying to back up.
class. Yeah,
It's
we're in the lower
it's
middle class, and
well,
and
if
we're in the
half a
middle
million
and
dollars,
lower middle
if
class.
$500,000 equates to lower, but I
No,
don't look at it that way. But
lower middle class and middle class is not 500,000. That's upper middle class. $500,000 homes is upper.
okay,
Two to $400,000 is lower middle class. Sorry, $100,000 to $400,000 is lower middle class to middle class and
okay,
touching
but
upper middle
truth,
class.
truth. The majority
Yeah.
of blacks are in the lower class. Look, I
No,
know
they're
this.
not.
No, yep, no. Okay. I'm gonna let you go. Not something I'm proud of. Not something In this social media, we don't want to talk about it. The majority, when you say numbers, like individual numbers, majority of
Hmm.
blacks are in the lower class. Now, is there a significant portion, like he said, in the upper middle class or middle class? Yes, quite a bit. And my problem with the middle, not the upper middle, the middle sort of preys on the lower. I think all of this rap stuff, that's middle class blacks. That's not poor black people, all that moving product and stuff. That's middle class black people.
How do
Bro,
you
I
know?
was telling you about lower class. I
I
know
don't
what they
disagree.
did. They
I don't
weren't doing
disagree
none
with
of
you.
that they weren't doing none of that criminal stuff.
Well, quick question.
It was always
Sorry, go ahead.
niggas. It was always niggas from a street over. I know these niggas, man. I'm a little kid. They used to tell me who these dudes was. Oh, he stay on the hill. He stay over here. He stay behind the church. And I was like, wait a minute, these are nice neighborhoods. These ain't no hoods. Yet they would come down there and do all that crime. Now, I say the majority of blacks still are in that situation. Blacks have come out of it, like you say, 400,000 upper middle class and higher than that. And you got a whole generation of blacks, young kids who are born in money. So I'll give you that, man. You're right.
Well, how do you determine that most black people are poor?
Oh man, I gotta go by what I see, man. The eye test.
Right. What do you see?
Okay, when you say poor, give me a
Live in the
monetary
hood.
definition. Because I'm gonna
Live in
tell
the
you what
hood.
I think is poor. Now
A
I'll tell you what I
monetary
think is poor.
definition?
Yeah. We got the poverty level. I think that's like 19,000. But you tell me what you think is poor.
I'll say if it's two people together, 60,000 a year or less,
That's poor?
that's poor.
Damn.
Depending
Okay.
on
God damn.
yeah, depending on where you
God damn.
that depends on where you live in the country, right? Because in in Tennessee you'll be middle class, but in New York
I'm
you'll
in
be
I'm in
dead broke.
Mississippi though. I'm in Mississippi.
Oh, then that's great for Mississippi then. Fine. But we're talking about the overall
Well, I
country,
don't
right?
make how much you say?
A couple together, 60. An
Oh.
individual by itself, 40, 45.
Well, you certainly can live good in Mississippi on $40,000 a year.
True. Yeah, true.
No,
But
you have
you
big backyard. You can have horses. You can
mhm.
have, bro, 40 grand a year. You can get an estate. You can get one of them Colonel Sanders homes.
Right, but
You
I'm
get
talking
a
about all of
plantation,
America
brother.
because that
Brother, let me tell you.
40,000 and
Let me tell you.
I'm not disagreeing with you. All I'm
No, no,
saying
no,
is
no, I got you.
in
No, no.
Atlanta, that
No.
40,000 ain't going that far. You're gonna be stuck.
Well, it depends on where in Atlanta. But what I'm saying is in
Nowhere.
look, no. What I'm telling you is if you got 40 grand, you ain't got no expenses. You ain't have no child support. You don't
Of
have
course you're gonna have expenses.
no,
Why would
you
you
ain't, hold
take
up,
that out?
you got your car paid for, and
Uh-huh.
you clearing retirement 40,000. Say you make 45 after tax, you get 40,000. You clearing that,
Uh-huh.
right?
Hmm.
You can buy a Colonel Sanders property in Atlanta. I mean, in Mississippi.
Yeah, but how do you get to that without having expenses, Platt? That don't make no sense.
What do you mean? How you get to it?
Right, but if you making 45 and you say you clearing 40 after tax, but you ain't got to pay for nothing else, yeah, you can use that 40 for a lot of stuff. But how do you get to the 45 without having expenses?
No. What I'm
Where do
saying
you
is,
live until you
no.
buy this property in
You
Mississippi?
leave New York. You ain't in New York.
Right,
You move to
right,
Mississippi. There's
right.
plenty of properties already. You get
I'm
all
not
of this.
lying.
Hold up. You get
I don't
all of this.
disagree.
Hold up. You get all this land, and guess what? In Mississippi, you actually can plant crops. You can plant corn. You can
Yes.
plant potatoes. You can plant onions. Guess what? Your wife, who stays home, guess what? In between taking care of the kids, guess what? She can go out and see about the crops. And guess what? All of that stuff you cook. I mean, you make it. You grow it. You put it in the proper storage. And guess what? Like we had a 5-day winter. In addition, you already can go to the stores, right? But we had a 5-day winter because you ain't like everybody else. You bought this property and you got money coming in every year. So you can use all of that and you can live like a man. You can live like a king.
I'm
You
not
need,
saying you
no,
can't
no,
in
no,
those
no. So,
conditions, Platt.
guess
But we
what?
ain't talking about
Guess
that.
what? You got 3 kids. You got 3 kids. You can raise them up to be fucking spoiled brats.
Very true. But we all can't live in Mississippi. So that's great if you
Why
can
not?
get there.
I don't get that. Why can't you live in Mississippi?
You know, Jackson, Mississippi is basically has the most black people of any city in the United States. Did you know that?
Jackson, Mississippi?
Yeah, I think it's Jackson.
It's some ooh
It was
man.
Jack.
It's,
It, it was either
woo, man.
Jackson.
Oh
It was,
man, no man.
they fight.
No
It
man,
was either
no man.
Jackson
Truth,
or
truth.
what you call it?
No,
What's
truth.
the
Don't do it.
capital?
Don't do it,
Huh?
truth.
Don't do what?
Little Rock. That's
No,
all
no.
I'm about.
That's Arkansas. Yeah. What's the other major city? I can't remember the
That I
capital.
don't even know the capital of Mississippi. I
I
don't know.
forgot. I forgot the name of it. But in any case, that's the place where most black people live, right?
Well, hold up.
And in
No, no,
those,
no. Truth.
what happened?
Jackson, Mississippi. I drove through there. Truth.
It's rough,
Woo!
ain't it? I've been
They
there through there
popping.
too.
They popping. They popping out
I
there,
don't
man.
think it's Jackson. Hold on.
Man, I had to
It's
pull
in
over. No,
Mississippi.
true. I had to pull over.
Oh, it was like
Them
that?
motherfuckers so fine out there. I was looking out my car window. I had to pull over, man. I was like, "Yo, what's up?" She was like, "Huh? Wait, what you telling me? What's up?" I'm like, "Damn, y'all fine like this out here, bruh." Jackson, Mississippi,
I
underrated. They built, bruh.
I went there. I ain't gonna
They
lie. I went there
fine.
for a
Fine.
girl.
If you like black women, and
I
if you
went there
like
for a
mixed,
girl.
and if you like mixed women, and if you like mixed, they out there, bro. They fine out there, bro. They out there.
I went there for a girl, a chick I was messing with in college, and we went back to her town. It was fire. I ain't gonna lie. It was, but I'm gonna leave that to the side.
Man, there's
Actually,
so many baddies in Jackson, Mississippi. I'm telling you, if you all this passport, bro, swing through Jackson. A lot of you niggas ain't gonna never leave. Swing through Jackson. It's so many thickies. They bad too, and they ain't got no men.
no, they don't.
Bad, bro. They bad. They fine. Thick legs, pretty
They
face,
don't.
no fats. Just fine, bro. Y'all need to pull up on Jackson, man. Pull up on Jackson,
It's
Mississippi.
fire.
All you niggas out here, y'all travel, pull up through Jackson and then talk to me after. Don't say nothing to me now. Talk to me later, nigga.
You know, Memphis is another spot. I ain't gonna lie. I was surprised at what's floating around out there in Memphis. I ain't even gonna lie. Memphis caught me off guard.
They got a few in Memphis, but if I had
This was in the late '90s. I went there late
if
'90s.
I
I
had
was
to
like,
make a
oh,
decision, I go with Jackson, Mississippi.
Jackson. Nah.
Memphis, all right,
But
though,
then
but it's all right.
but for the most part, most black people, there's not areas where more than a group of black people can move to like that. We can't. Our majority of our population can't be that poor because there wouldn't be any space for us. So when they talk about the unemployment numbers, you hear them spit it out all the time. For black men, it's high. Yeah, it is high. It's 6, 7, 8%. 6, 7, 8% of the workforce is 6, 7, 8% of about 9 million people. They don't count older people that retired. They don't count young kids. So out of the unemployment numbers is rigged anyway. But let's say 8 or 9% of 9 million dudes, right? We talking about less than 1 million of them that's unemployed. That means the rest of them are. It means 92% of the black men are
Right.
employed when you hear
You're
those
right. No,
numbers.
you're right.
So yeah, so if they are employed, how can the majority? Now, what happens is then they start to gauge it against how much other communities are making, right, and how much their wealth numbers are. And then that's where everybody gets this idea that most black people are poor, when most black people aren't poor. It's just that you're gauging it against, the dominant society's
most
numbers.
black people are poor, sir.
What's poor for you?
Okay, well, no, you tell me. Oh, yours was 65. Wow, yeah, you
No,
up.
well, I would say individual 65 for a couple and 40
Well, if you put the
for
line at
individual.
65, I have the
Well,
truth
I'm
teller.
saying below
Truth
that
teller,
is what I'm saying. That's the ceiling.
if I think
That's the
couples
ceiling.
or individuals who make less than 65 are considered poor, you're right, truth teller. I would agree with everything you're saying. But truth teller, I look at poverty. I look at poverty like $22,000 a year.
That is poverty, but
Okay,
I'm not saying
that's
we're
what I'm
talking
saying.
about
22,000.
poor.
Hold up. $22,000 a year. I'm talking about money, but in the meantime, supplemented by food stamps, Medicare, and shit like that. You
Right,
got
because
a
they're
lot
poor.
of people. You got a lot of people. That's how they live.
Right, but that is poverty. So for you to qualify for those things means you're in poverty.
Okay,
That's the only
well,
way
that's
to.
what I
That's
said.
the
Most black
right.
people are like that. Most black people are
No,
about
most black people aren't. Do you even know what the
no,
numbers
no,
are for the amount of
no.
black
Most
people
black
that?
people who are poor make about 21,000 a year, and
True,
they supplement it with food stamps and Medicare and stuff like that.
correct, because they qualify for it because they only make 22. But
And
what I'm saying is
that's most black people.
that's not most black people. How many people do you think are on welfare across the nation?
I don't know how many, but it ain't most.
If
It's
this,
mostly white
if
folks. But
it is mostly white folks. What I'm saying is the total number doesn't even equate to half of our population, including white people. So what I'm saying is what you're saying can't be true because we don't even have that many people that qualify for those programs, right?
uh,
Like the prison. You talk. They always swear most of us have been to jail. Total, there's 2 million people incarcerated. 800,000 of those people are black men, black people, I
that's too
should say.
many people, though.
That is too many people. Don't get me wrong, but it's only 800,000 for a
Only
population
800,000, bro. That's a
for
lot.
right for a population of 45 million people. That's
Well, you
not a
could,
lot.
but you can make a statement. Hold up now. Now, wait a minute, because that
Uh-huh.
would be about crime. You can make a statement about
No,
crime.
I'm just giving an
No, no, no,
example
no,
of
no,
how
no,
the
no, no,
numbers
no,
get
no, no,
skewed for black people.
no, 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 no.
Hmm.
And I don't disagree with you. But when you say crime, you can make a case crime is over valuated or made into a big deal. When you look at the population, you got people, 2 million people, you got 1.5 million, and out of that, you got less than 0.0001% that even gets in the crime. But we make a big deal about crime, period,
That's my
because
point.
we don't think
Yeah.
anybody should be a victim to crime. We don't think
Well,
anybody
that's
should.
not my point.
But when you
Yeah,
look
no,
at
I'm
it,
not saying that.
the numbers are
Yeah.
low. The
Well,
numbers
what
are
I'm
low.
saying, I mean, we're kind of delving into the crime topic. I'm not even trying to go there. All I'm trying to show is, even if you look at the numbers they tell us about crime, our finances, it proves the majority of us aren't there. The majority of us aren't criminals. The majority of us aren't poor. The numbers say it, and that's the numbers that we think they falsely report to us. Most black people aren't poor. Most black people
Most
don't
black
qualify to
people
be
are
poor.
most black people are poor. When you say poor, I say make less than $25,000 a year.
Most
I
people
would say
don't,
that.
but they
Most
don't. When you say
put a
most, you
one
talking
in
about
the
more than
chat. Hold on. Put a one in the chat if you think most black people are poor. Put a two if you disagree with that. Let me tell you something. All of this starting and flexing, this ain't getting the black community nowhere. This is some social media flexing. All of this flexing, black people got money. You know they ain't got no money. Why y'all sitting up here lying like
but
that?
that's not all black people. Black people ain't on the internet.
Uh-oh. Most people agree with me, bro.
So, quick question: if most
Uh-oh.
black people are,
Uh-oh. Look at all them ones. There you go.
yeah, so if most black people are poor, are you saying 51% or higher is most?
I would say, yeah, over 50% are in a position where nothing to about 25,000, and they're on this government assistance. Most of them are.
How many black people are on government assistance in this nation?
I don't know. You said
Google
800,000,
it.
right?
Hey, I'll Google it for you. No, that was the prison population. Hold on. Let's see.
Everybody in the chat agrees with me. Thank you.
How many black
Sometimes
people
he just be coming up here, man. He just be coming up here just
are
trying to make
on
trouble, bro. He ain't trying. He just be come up
public
here just to be.
assistance?
That's the only reason he come up here. He don't come up here to talk about that. He just come up here to say, if you say tomato, he gonna say tomato. He ain't trying to make no. Now the chat agrees with me, man. So
Well, here I'm gonna just show you. So if you Google the number of black people on public assistance,
we got a long way to go, man. Anyhow,
yeah, we do.
this dude
Yeah,
deleted
he's
his
right.
whole family, man, over firing. We got to be stronger. Look, raise your kids to be stronger than that. Tell them people out there will lie to you, they will deceive you, but you got to stay together. You got to stay focused. Tell him, tell her, focus. Tell them
Yeah,
success brings haters. As you succeed, people are going to turn on you. They're going to lie on you. Don't be weak out here. Don't be weak. Don't give in to the haters. And to me, that's what he needed. I wish I could have woke up and said, "Man, what you doing, man? You got 5 healthy kids and a wife, nigga. You'll be all right." I got fired. Okay, and I got fired. So I owe the IRS. Man, what? Don't pay them. That's what you want me to do. Don't pay them, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. Well, you ain't got nothing. What you got, they can't take. Can't take your kids and wife from you, man. You don't own nothing. I owe the IRS. Don't pay them.
don't pay them. What they gonna do? Feed you? Put you in jail and feed you for a few years? Like what exactly are they gonna do to you?
They gonna put you in. They're not gonna put you in, man.
Not for 15,000. Nah, it ain't even worth it. But you know. So I pulled the exact numbers of people who are on SNAP, which is 11 million black people, and the people who are on Medicaid, across the nation, 15 million.
Wow, 15 million.
15 million across the United States that are black that use Medicaid.
Okay. And
So 15 out of 45 is how much?
that's leaving 30. That's leaving 30 million. What about them?
That's 30%. 30% of black people on Medicaid.
Yeah.
So
In the
are
chat
y'all
box,
still going to roll?
they calling
Are
you a
y'all?
Republican. You're a Republican, True
Why would
Teller.
I be a Republican?
That's what they say
No.
you sound like.
I'm the one who argued with the conservatives on this panel. Y'all niggas are stupid.
They saying you're a black Republican in the chat
Oh,
box.
because I'm saying black people aren't poor. I'm a
Yes,
Republican
that's what you
because
sound like.
only a third of them are poor. That means 66% of them, 66% of
Now
us aren't
you
poor.
talking crazy, bruh.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on with you.
because I'm saying black people aren't poor. I'm
Chat
crazy
box
and
say
I'm a
you have no.
Republican.
Yeah, they saying go to sleep. That's what they just put in.
I can't, man. I gotta work. I gotta work. It's the truth, man. It just is what it is. You can't want to live in fantasy, man. That's called delusion. You gotta wake up. Approach
Man,
these things with the truth in mind, and you'll be successful. It's the whole
man
point.
deletes his whole family. He gets fired. Just think about it. You've been fired. I've been fired. Nobody says being fired is cool. Nobody wants to be fired. I didn't want to be fired. I was fired. It's always at a bad time. It's always when you need the money. I'm only working this job to get the money. That's when you get fired. You're like, yo, I'm only here to get the money because I need the money. I wouldn't be here if I didn't need the money, I wouldn't even be here. I've been fired. Man got fired. This man deleted his whole family, including himself.
Just because he got fired. That's crazy.
Just because he can't go through nothing. You can't move. Okay, we got to go find somewhere else to live. The kids got to go through a new school. He didn't want to do that. Ain't that something? That's how and that's how I'm saying. You guys talking about you want a family. All you niggas come up here. You niggas come on this channel talking all that about I'm going to Brazil. I'm learning Portuguese. What you got to understand, brother, you got to take care of that woman. You got to take care. Just think about what I'm just said, nigga. You got to feed her. You got to house her. You got to take care of the babies you make. Them kids got to go to school. Them kids need clothes. Are you ready for that? Okay, well then keep playing video games because you niggas ain't ready to be no men, bruh. You niggas not ready to be a man. You want to be a man or not, man? You got to be a man out here.
It's
This
bad.
simp right here, this simp
Good one, Platt.
deleted his whole family because he got fired. This dude's a simp.
Good call. This is what a simp is. This is crazy.
Okay. So it's unfair to call Russell a simp?
Honestly, I used to call him. I don't think he's a simp anymore. Yeah, I don't call him that no more. She's cracking to his rhythm. He calls the
real
shots.
simp right here. This guy.
This is a real simp. Yeah, he just gave up on his family and himself at the same time. That's a simp.
I have to agree with you on this, man. Yeah, you do that to them little kids, man. Look, 8-year-old, 8-month-old, they ain't did nothing to nobody. And because you stupid and you got caught at the job, you come down and hurt them. Yeah, that's unforgivable, man. You're right.
Yeah.
This dude's a simp.
He did it because he was scared. How do you do this to your family because you're scared? It's insane, man. That's why didn't he just do it to himself? Why would he do it to his whole family?
Because he's a simp, man.
Right.
And all the women who say they like simps, we had a bunch of women come up here talking about they like simps. This what you're going to get. When you get a simp, this what you're going to get. You better hope everything stay good because he can't handle no problems.
No. And if he even I don't even think he cared about his family because I got young kids and I'm like this is crazy. I know I got some kind of life insurance policy, man. I'm gonna make some things happen so at least my kids get something. If I feel like I'm gonna go that route, I ain't gonna leave my kids hanging flat. Not my kids.
You gotta be a man though. What if they do come and get you and clean you out?
That's
What
true.
about it?
But yeah, if they come get you and
What-
clean you out, that
yeah,
just means you gotta protect your kids.
there you
That's
go. A
it.
real man don't need nobody to do nothing for him. All he gotta do is be like, when I get out, I'll take care of it. In the meantime, when he got his truck driver license, he done got his GED. He's in college, in jail. He's known amongst the people in jail. When he gets out, he good. He good. People done already contact him. Hey, we'd love to have you here. We'd love to have you come work here. What you talking about, man?
Unemployment will pay for some of you for you to get that license, right, Platt?
No, it will. They
Yeah,
have
you.
programs where if you hire a jail nigga, the government will pay his salary. So he comes in, works with your company, free labor like a slave, and then he'll work for you
Damn,
for 2 years, and you can make money off of him.
that's and just he just skipped over all these possibilities, and I only got one option. Yeah, man, nah, this not yeah. He's a simp, Platt. This dude is
He
the new
is.
definition of a simp, man.
That is a simp.
Because that's just how I'm not afraid of. There's nothing on this planet that could scare me enough to take this kind of action against my family.
He
There's
got
absolutely nothing.
he got fired. He went home and took it out on his kids. You was a
Yeah,
bitch. You was a bitch, bro. That's a bitch nigga, bro.
you take out your firing that you caused. You take it out on your kids. I'd have gave him more props if he decided to go on a bank robbing spree, trying to make ends meet. He'd have more
Now
respect.
we're not for that. We're
No,
not for
but
that, but you hear what he just said. He says he could understand why he did it. But see, that's what I'm saying. We don't support that. We don't advocate you go and rob banks. But he's saying if he went to robbing banks and then he got popped, he look at that as he's trying to take care of his kids. He don't look at that as he want to hurt his kid. Like you get fired and then you go home and hurt your kids. That don't even make sense?
it doesn't make sense at all.
If you somebody you don't care, you done with this whole world, you don't like the way it's scripted, it's against you. Run up in that motherfucking bank, nigga. Get a sack. He ain't do that. You know what? And I can't be the only nigga. You niggas need to know this shit up front. Y'all niggas want to whine to the white man and fight and then go after your kids, go after your wife, beat your wife upside the head. Y'all some bitch niggas, man. Y'all bitch niggas. I can't even imagine some shit like that. What? So wait a minute. So you fired me. I'm supposed to get mad at my wife? Yeah. She's the only person you can beat up. I'm so you sure about that? I'm gonna whoop his ass right there in the elevator. I'm gonna whoop the socks off that motherfucker.
Pretty much.
Yeah, how about I beat your ass? What kind of shit is that? Yeah, beat your wife. No, I won't do that. But I'm gonna tap you up.
And I just don't even understand, right? What was that discussion on the way home when they both got canned? I'm not taking out something I caused on my family, man. I'm gonna figure out to how I can best resolve the situation so they're not affected, even if I have to suffer first. Even if I gotta
You
suffer, I'm
got
gonna
to
make sure
as
my
a man.
yeah,
No. You got to set standards with the boys and the girls in your growing up.
yeah.
They got to know you. Your dad got a degree, but he doing construction because some bad things happen. And but you know what? When they get up freezing and they ready to go to school, and you out there knocking that snow off the car, you out there warming it up, you out there prepared, they're gonna remember you, man. You can't put that in money. They're gonna remember the daddy was always there for them. The girl gonna remember a good man. She gonna know what a good man is. She gonna be like, I want somebody like my daddy. I don't want no nigga like you who all prissy and shit like a bitch. You like a bitch. You got earrings in. You got a watch on. You walking around with a hood on your head. You act like the bitch. You ain't like my daddy. My daddy was a working man, hard working man. That's how you do it, man. A lot of these niggas is women anyhow. You know what? Next time I see another nigga with a hood on, I'm gonna send him a pair of pantyhose. So put these pantyhose, you gay motherfucker. These bitch niggas in the hood. Nigga walk around with a nigga. That's a 15-year-old, 16-year-old boy shit. Ain't no grown ass man walk around with no hood over his head.
That's weird. I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting older. There's certain outfits I don't wear anymore. I don't wear jerseys out unless like I'm going to a game to cheer and it's my team. Other than that, I ain't rocking no basketball jerseys, football jerseys, baseball. I'm not walking around with a jersey. I'm not walking around with basketball shorts on unless I'm going to play basketball. Right?
Yeah.
I'm out, or I'm gonna hit the gym. I
You
got
going
on
to the
gym
mall?
shorts.
You going to the mall? You going to the mall and some Jordans. Jordan
I
back.
don't.
Flea market Jordans, some oversized shorts and shit.
I saw that yesterday. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Right? I don't even buy certain types of shoes.
How much they want for that, truth teller?
I don't even know, man. I don't look because I don't have
No,
none of that.
short set. I get short set two for the 30
Oh,
now.
you mean you really? I used to
Yeah,
get them for
if I
my
go to the
son,
flea
but then
market, if I go to the flea market
oh
right
yeah, flea
now,
market. Yeah,
I
okay.
get I get Jordan and I can get LeBron uh $40. $40.
Really?
No, it fits and everything. They give me my sizes and I can walk around on the court with LeBron. It's all bootleg, it's not NBA, but $40, hell yeah.
But at least you're going on the court with it. You ain't going to the mall, or you not going to the
I
supermarket.
will go to the mall in it. What you talking about? Oh, you gotta go.
I
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. If
I'm
you
too
want to
old.
be if you want to be in the hood, the ghetto, go to the flea market, get you a Jordan short set or LeBron short set or Kobe short set. They're gonna be there. It's gonna be them guys. Top and bottom. You oversized basketball pants
Don't do it.
with an
You're too
oversized
old.
jersey, right? Right? Go to the gas station, get
No,
you a
no.
5X, what you normally wear, 3X T, long sleeve. You want long sleeve?
Oh,
Get a 3X long sleeve. Put on that 3X long sleeve and put on that Jordan or whatever. And then you gotta have some Air Jordans. Like you gotta go, or you can go, look, you can go get some Team Jordans, go to the mall, buy you some Jordans, right?
no,
So
Platt.
you got Jordans on, you got socks, you got pants, shirt, you got a tee. Now, if you really want to be about that life, I'm gonna tell you something. Now I'm a real y'all niggas be playing with me, man. Y'all really be playing with me, bro. I'm a real nigga, man. I don't know why y'all be getting this. Y'all niggas be playing with me. Let me tell you something. What I would do, I go get me a headband. Now, on this, I ain't getting this from the flea market. I go to Amazon. I buy whatever team I want. If I'm Lakers, I buy Lakers, New York Lakers headband. I buy whatever team. Minnesota Timberwolves, I buy like it's only gonna be about like $5, $6. So you order that. So I got on my shorts, I got on my jersey, I got on my all white long sleeve 3X on the, under my thing. I got my socks, I got my Jordans. Then I take that Amazon headband, put it on my neck. You don't put it on your head. You don't put it on your head. You don't put it on your head. You put it on your neck.
Jesus, Platt. Jesus Christ.
If you put it on your neck, now if you buy two, put one on your head, other on your neck. That's how motherfuckers know you really doing it. You straight. Once you do that, You outfitted, nigga. You outfitted. You niggas don't even know that. That's what I'm saying. People up there talking to y'all niggas don't. Yeah, I don't even know why I'm over here.
I'm too old to look like that in public, Plat. I really am. The closest I can get to that is a T-shirt that fits.
You can't be outfitted.
I can't be outfitted like that. Nah, man, I'm too old, man. That don't even look. I got gray hair. Yeah, that it just looks weird if I dress like that, go out in public. It looks weird for me to wear a pair of Jordans. Like I got my sneakers. Like I only wear sneakers if it really, really matches the outfit I'm wearing. But I can't even. I don't even
Hey,
look good rocking Jordans like that. As an old man.
Nigga said this ain't 2001 Flat.
Yeah, it's true. It's so true. Cause that's what was in the gas station Plat. You get the 3X T-shirt, and then you can get the fake jewels that they would have in there that you could put on. You get you like a little bracelet chain, and then a little chain thing in there. Get you they had a couple hats in there from somewhere somehow. You get you a hat, and you go get that jersey outfit, and then you go get them Jordans, Jordans from the mall.
I fuck with Jordan though. No, hold up. I've been that mall nigga. I done bought my Jordans out the mall.
Oh, make sure you get your Philly blunt out the gas station.
No. I'm saying I done. They said last week when it came out last week. I think they ran me $279 for that thing. I bought it. They ran me $279 for them Jordans. I bought them. They said newest latest came out a week ago. I was at Foot Locker. I bought them junts. They had my size and everything. I paid $300 for them things. I got them right now. They off to the corner. I got them.
It ain't nothing wrong with the sneakers though. I mean, but you gonna have the whole Jordan outfit on. That's gonna look weird on a more mature dude.
No, I look like. Well, see, with me, you don't know me. When I do this, motherfuckers know they think I can play. So I go up to the basketball courts dressed like that. They pick me quick, nigga. On the third pick, on the third pick, be like, "Yo, give me that nigga right there, man. Give me the Jordan nigga." You say, "All right." You say, "All right, all right." They think you got a jumper or something. They say, "Well, he got a soft jumper."
He falsified his own stats to get picked.
And then they pick me and I can't shoot. They be like, "Damn, bro. I thought you had a jumper. Look how you dress, nigga." I can only dribble to my right. I can't dribble to the left. They pick that up like the second. It take them about 2 possessions. They be like, "This nigga can't dribble to the left." So then they start pressing me to the right. They notice I never go to my left hand. They be like, "Damn, this nigga can't dribble," and they right.
He said that they right. No, don't fake the fuck at the court, Plow. That's when you put your hoodie on after the game finish. You just put your hoodie on.
Yeah, I go in the hoodie. I blame the coaching.
You blame the culture.
Yeah, I say, yeah, poor coaching. We need to do something.
And what you say? You get on camera with your hoodie on and you're rolling.
He said,
it's the culture.
The coach said, "What you talking about?" He said, "Son, said tell him learn how to shoot." Said, "Well, you could make a goddamn shot, nigga." It's the coaching. It's the coaching.
My God.
Man deletes his entire family, man, over some money, man. Over some money, man. Hey, all you gotta do is tell your lady, "Listen, I know I promised you I'd take care of you. Maybe I'm wrong, but we got to go back to the projects. I know you don't want to do it." And you know what? You tell your woman, "You know what? You can do it alone. You want me to get out the picture? Because you're a pretty motherfucker and you got another niggas? Okay. I'm out the picture." You can do that too. You ain't got to stay there. And I'll be the first nigga to open up some pork and beans for my 5 kids. I'd be like, get used to it. They said, Dad, we used to shrimp and lobster. Well, those days are over. Welcome to the pork and bean.
So them days are over. Sorry.
Yeah, you make a little pot of rice to go with the pork and beans. They get a full belly. Tell her that thank you later. Say, look, you don't need all that fried chicken. Don't worry about it. They will. Your kids, man, when they turn 18, you've been feeding them rice and pork and beans for 8 years. Them kids they're gonna thank you, man. Because they're gonna be in great shape. They're gonna be in great shape. And that's what you want. A food stamp nigga with sardines and shit like that. You don't want to be that, man. Like, share, support, man. Like the stream. We got the join link posted, man. We'll take your thoughts. We had to go get into it, man. We had to.
This is a rough one right
I
here,
don't know
man.
what's going on with Righteous. Righteous, what is up with you, Righteous? Righteous be tripping. She be in the, I be reading her stuff, and Righteous, what's going on with you, young lady? Bruh, she be saying some stuff. Hit the link, Righteous. Righteous be saying some stuff. Righteous be saying some hardcore stuff. Why are you so hardcore, Righteous? There go the link, Righteous, right there. Hit the link. I'm interested in why this sister right here, she is hardcore pro-black. She hardcore with it. Be even talking just crazy sometimes. Like, what the? Shout out to you, Flower Wheat. Thank you, babe. We got the join link posted, man. If you want to hit, man, come up. We've been going for a minute. You tell me. You tell me. Like, share, support, man. We got the join link posted, man. We'll take your thoughts. If there are no thoughts, man, we coming close to an end. This dude, he got fired. He deleted his whole family. He didn't want to go through none of that. All of us, we've been fired. He didn't want to go through nothing with that we went through. Remember that? We got fired. We ain't do nothing. Motherfucker lied on us. We lost our job, but we know what we had to maintain. We had to maintain, and we did. We maintained. She ain't coming up, bro. We thought she was. She ain't gonna come up. So what we gonna do? We finna go ahead and shut this thing down, man.